Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight, we have to talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. 2022 is less than 35 days away. And do you have your investment strategies already in lockstep with what you need to do? Well, we're going to talk about it tonight. And welcome. Stop Struggling Now gear. Check, and please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and I want to thank you for being here on our SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. And please, before I forget, smash the like button, and that's so the YouTube guys know that we have some people in the house tonight. And again, I'm going to say it one more time. 2021 was all about getting your assets, getting your duffel bag of cash ready to deploy. 2022, you're going to be able to take up that deployment of funds because certain things are going to happen. There's going to be leverage to the market. And of course, we have the new DAOs that I've been dropping some videos about, thanks to S Kid, who actually help people understand how DAOs, specifically Olympus, works, and the others kind of work the same way because they're forks oftentimes of Ohm and Olympus. All right. So thank you, everybody, for being here. Did you bring your pens, pads, and paper? Because you never know what gems are going to be dropped, not just by me. I might not even drop any gems, but you never know. We have entrepreneurs, we have business people, we have successful individuals in the chat room, and sometimes they drop the gems. So you never can tell. And if you're new here, you have to understand. We talk about a lot of different things that can help you make money. No barriers to entry, no cost whatsoever. We don't have courses. We don't have classes. If you have a question, ask it in the chat room. And if you see this after the live stream, you can ask it down below. But first, speaking of down below, the obligatory stuff, ladies and gentlemen, you have to get your free $10 from Coinbase if you haven't already. Get your free stocks from Robinhood and Webull. All the links are down below. All right. So let's see who's in the house. It looks like Laverne Penix is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Thank you so much for being here with the icon next to your name. And she says, good evening. He says, she says, good evening, team. Happy investing. That's right. That's what we like to hear. Happy investing. And remember, investments are a risk no matter what they are. It does not matter. There is no surefire investments because all investments go up, they come down. Some of them go back up, some of them don't. So therefore, you have to do your due diligence. But thank you so much for being in the house, Laverne Penix. I appreciate it. Maria Barnes, welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Good evening, SSN fam. Good evening to you as well. Thank you once again for being here. Victor Marrero's in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. And he has the icon next to his name as well. And he has his tagline in tow. Hello, all. Let's do this. That's right. We're going to make it happen. But first, I want you guys to understand we always start off with a bit of information because why? Information and knowledge is a little more power than you previously had. In case you don't know something, you find out a little bit more. That allows you to make investments, get your assets. And I want to bring up something that's very, very important here. So here's the first thing I want to add. We're going to add this to the stream. If you can see this, I'm hoping you can. Everybody knows what happened last year in 2020 and what's continued to happen. There's a pandemic, supply chain shortages. It's seemingly 100 million people are out of work for the last 14 months. That's right, 100 million people out of work for the last 14 months. But for some strange reason, look at here, December 2019 through August of 2021, the U.S. money supply grew by 5.5 trillion, a stunning 35.7 increase in only a year and a half. This means, ladies and gentlemen, when you increase the money supply, it's very simple. That means everything that you bought previously, it's now going to cost you a hell of a lot more, to the tune of 35%, for instance. So when somebody says inflation is 15% this year, 15% last year, that would make sense, wouldn't it? But when you have these Federal Reserve people talking about, don't worry about inflation, all this other nonsense, now you see why you have to have assets, ladies and gentlemen. It's that simple. We're going to get into something else. I'm going with this somewhere else. So I'm going to see if I can pull this up, and I can. I'm going to show you something else as well. So what also goes up in value? That's the question, right? What else goes up? Assets, ladies and gentlemen. Let's stick with the Standard & Poor, the S&P 500. This is why you should have stocks, real estate, business owners, something that can increase in value. Unlike a job, even though it's a nice thing to have a job, it's a fixed number. Generally, you'll have a cost of living increase. Is it going to be 15%? Is it going to be 30%? Hell no, you're not getting any 10 or 15% raise from a job. That's not how jobs work. They would be out of business because they wouldn't be able to pay their employees. All right. But look at this. Standard & Poor, look at each year, ladies and gentlemen. 2021, 20% still. 2020, 16%. 2019, 28%. All right. So keep in mind, even during pandemics, those people who are invested in the stock market still were getting gains higher or equal to this 2016, 28.8%. Let's get real, because in other sectors, prices for stocks rose. So for instance, EV vehicles rose, oil rose, right? So you have to think there's other sectors that also rise higher than these 20%ers. And luckily, there was a lot of people here in the SSN Nation that took advantage and have returns higher than the S&P 500 for the last 2 years. In fact, 3 years, because we've been doing this for 3.5 years. Everybody should be over 28% per year on any stock investments. We've went over a lot of them because we were lucky enough to get in when they were small, because we go with that future investing, ladies and gentlemen, the things that are going to come up later. All right, let's see who else is in the house. Esteban Opio, welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Thank you so much for being here with the icon next to your name. Hello, happy evening for all SSN family. Good vibes. Good evening to you too. Thank you so much for being here once again. I appreciate it. A3 Saval, welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live streams. And hello, everyone. Let's get it. He has a new tagline. Thank you so much for being here, A3 Saval. Tony Pedroza, welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Buenos noches, SSN family. Hope everyone is doing well. Buenos noches to you as well. And I hope you're doing great as well. In fact, Tony Pedrezo, I have something for you tonight. That's right. Real estate investing, ladies and gentlemen. No barrier to entry, no qualifying, no credit checks, pre-construction, whether it's Miami, whether it's an Asian market, whether it's Central American market, whether it's Europe, whether it's an island in the Caribbean, it does not matter, ladies and gentlemen. That is another asset that increased 30% year over year. Real estate, another item, another asset that in 2022 you should be holding already. All right, Pedrezzo, we're going to talk about something shortly. Good evening. Chili Davis is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream, otherwise known as Mr. Financial. And good evening, SSN family. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Financial has his own channel under Chili Davis. And so he talks about stocks on a daily basis, maybe one or two videos a day or every other day. But either way, he keeps abreast of the stock market and he's helping people out. So go check him out. You see his name on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So I want to stop into something real quick. You guys know, did anybody see the trailer? Let me know before the live stream. Did you get any trailer? Did you see the trailer? Did anybody get any YouTube notifications? Make sure I'm still out of the doghouse after that last live stream where I started going off about American history and some other things. So let me know if anybody received any notifications or if I'm back in the doghouse. That would be awesome. So here we go. SSN Lifestyle. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about that. I know there's new people here. They don't know about SSN Lifestyle. So what I'm going to do is we're going to keep doing it. Founders Club is still going on. Everybody still has a chance to get in. The price for Founders Club will be going up probably in about the next 7 to 10 days. So expect that to happen so you can get in at the price. It's always locked in, just like pre-construction. Once we keep building, the price goes up. That's how it works. All right, so this is for Tony Pedrezzo. I wasn't going to do this simply because I was going to wait till later, but since he's here and I know he has something in the DR, in case you guys did not see the story and you missed a couple videos, Mr. Estacio, the realtor from Dominican Republic in the Punta Cana area, he just so happened to be driving, of course, in Vista Cana, and he drove into the area that they're going to be building the Panorama Park and Panorama Garden. So this is very, very interesting. So I'm going to run this video here and you guys can see it. It's only 15, 20 seconds, maybe at best. So we'll see what happens, but I'm going to explain something. So I'm going to go off screen while I'm doing this because let me see if I can get this video. Here we go. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. This is Vista Cana in Punta Cana. It's a place that has lakes, restaurants. It's awesome. And just come to find out they're breaking ground for the Panorama Gardens, apparently, which now means we're on track for this thing to be done later this year, which is going to be pretty awesome. But here we go with this first. I'm going to do this video. I'm going to go off screen first, and then I'm going to put the video up because it's turned sideways like an Instagram.
Morning, Rick. I'm here with Manoy. They're starting the construction of Panorama Garden. So we're here in the land right now. Just to let you know, my friend. This is Lake.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So that was so short, so sweet. But what you don't understand is the reason why I got excited. Everybody who owns that Panorama, whether it's park, gardens, or even the luxury, I don't know anybody that actually got in on the luxury, come to think of it. But anybody that owns within the Panorama area at the Wave, anybody that owns near the front, right by where Panorama Lake is, I'm going to show you another video and why I got a little bit excited. I'm going to show you a couple of things because this is real estate investing. Everybody who bought last year, well, in the last 7 to 8 months, you have a 30% increase in the value of your property minimum. All right. That is a good thing. Now, I'm going to show you one of the other things why I got excited because I'm going to give you a different view so you can see what this looks like right here. All right, so hold on real. So you can see this view right here. He was driving in the white area. You see how close the white area is to Panorama Lake. Panorama Garden, Panorama Park, Panorama Lake. If you're an owner in these locations, you get to use, there's a pool here with a restaurant. There's also pools over here with restaurant and fitness center and a bunch of other things. And then there's something up front. So here's where everything gets kind of interesting. If I have any pictures, I don't know if I do. It appears I don't have any pictures of the lake area. So this is why I got excited, because I didn't realize how close the Panorama Gardens and Park is to the lake, because what people can't see yet is that picture for this side. So anyhow, I just wanted to show you guys what is going on, to let you know that is the latest update as of 2 days ago, I believe it is, where that white area, they are starting the Panorama Gardens, which mean we might be in there in 12 months. This time next year could be already over, done, renting it out. Will be pretty awesome. They're ahead of schedule. This could be pretty sweet. All right, so let's talk some more about this stock situation, because once again, we have to deal with these assets. That's your investment strategy for 2022. You don't have to panic. It still hasn't reached a situation where the prices have dropped enough, in my opinion. All right, so if you guys think the prices have dropped enough or have any investment strategies for 2022, let me know. I still think that we're going to have a market that's going to decline. We're going to have real estate that's going to decline. Therefore, there's going to be opportunities. So he who has the gold will be able to pick up these opportunities. All right, let's see. All right, pretty cool. It's going to be amazing. Yes, it is. You got that right. It's going to be off the charts. And it's still not too late for everybody who wants to get in. No credit check, no qualifying, no barrier to entry around the world right now for pre-construction. You just need 10, 15, 20% down, depending on what area it is. All right, back to the investment strategies for 2022. All right, so now what are you going to do, ladies and gentlemen? If you missed these videos that we were talking about crypto, where S Kid was going over, is Olympus, for instance, a scam? A lot of these DAOs are forks of Olympus. Hector now calls himself Spoon of Olympus, because they actually changed the algorithm and they changed some of the software. So now they're going to have to get audited by CertIC, and that's going to happen in about a week, starting in a week. So therefore, you're going to find out how it goes, or maybe not. They probably won't say if it doesn't work. They'll try and fix whatever the problem is. But so far, after going over Siam's Kid's little presentation, part 1, part 2, part 3, I just dropped part 3 right before this video. So he went over, is it a Ponzi scheme? Is it a scam? And then he went over several reasons. But I will say this one thing is very, very important. When you start talking about crypto, this is a new frontier. Remember, the dollar system is over 100 years old. Think about this. Something that started over 100 years ago with little to no improvement other than your government printing more money so they can stay in business. That's their improvement. All right, that's a joke. So now we have something new that just came out in the last 12 years. Are you going to invest? Is crypto part of your investment? And I know, ladies and gentlemen, there's so many coins popping up left, right, so many people shilling, trying to tell you to go buy this, go buy that. We're having a boxing match, so buy this crypto. Okay, we're having a car race, buy this crypto. Oh, okay, we're making something like Doggy Coin, except we're going to call it Shiba, Floki, all these other names that are doggy, Mimi type stuff. Invest in that. You could get lost in this crypto world, but what you shouldn't be getting lost in, metaverse. That is going to be here to stay. And I'll say it again on every live for till the end of the year. Ready Player One is the movie you should watch. That's it exactly. Metaverse is now another world. You know, people like to live in another alternate reality in the first place. Why do you think social media and all types of media are very popular? You're watching people who are doing something that is totally crazy, right? Buying 3, 4, 5 cars, buying 200, 300, $500,000 cars like it's no big deal. That's a big deal, ladies and gentlemen, especially if the average worker only makes about $35,000 a year. That's crazy. That means hundreds of millions of people cannot afford this stuff, and only a small percentage of people can actually even think about buying this kind of thing. But yet people are watching it like, I don't understand. It's like metaverse in reality when you think about it. So now in metaverse world, you can be high rolling in metaverse. But now, more importantly, you can invest in some land, stores, shops, Decentraland, for instance. There's other companies and other businesses that you can buy in the metaverse right now while it's cheap, because that's going to be like a gold rush, and it's just unfathomable to think about. Too good to be true, just like NFTs that you can buy, and they go up in value. You just never know. All right, Victor Marrero for 2022. Since I have crypto on autopilot with Dow's, Strong Block, and Celsius, I am shifting my focus back to my index funds and balancing my real estate portfolio with 2 short-term and 2 long-term. Exactly. There we go. He said something very, very valuable. He's got autopilot with the Dows. That's what I was talking about. If you're not familiar with the Dows, that's the Olympus. If you guys haven't heard of Olympus and Ohm, Wonderland and Time, you haven't heard of Hector and Heck, you should start getting up. We have videos on the channel. You can check it out. So go look at that. So he has done the unthinkable. He's used leverage and arbitrage, which, by the way, that was part of the 3rd video dropped tonight, if it was a scam or not. And then S-Kid goes into leverage and arbitrage. You know, it's not financial advice here, ladies and gentlemen. We are not financial advisors. Nobody here is a CPA or accountant. So this is for entertainment purposes only. And you never know. Sometimes you might hear something that you might go do your due diligence and study. But we also will say, hey, check this out. Check that out, right? So I dropped something. Everybody who has an icon next to their name, you know, under the community tab, if you want to join me tonight on the live stream, you always can as a member of the channel. So if you want to talk about anything, please let me know. But I like what he's saying here, because once you have something going on autopilot that's pretty good, nothing to mess with, now you can focus on some other investment strategies, because you always have to rebalance. Sometimes you have to adjust your diversification and portfolio. Nothing stays the same. You cannot tell me, hey, Eric, you know, real estate's just going to go up 10% every year or more. You can't say that. You can't say stocks are going to keep going up 20%, 15% every year or more. You can't say it. You can say it, but will it happen? You don't know. So therefore, in case there is 30%, 40% drop in value, then what do? All right, here we go. I don't know about metaverse, G. Carleone King, welcome to the SSN Nation. Money Making Mondays. Thank you so much for being here. They are selling it glamorously, but with all the stipulation that comes with it, it's quite deeply concerning. Just a speculation. What do you think? I think you are right. That's what an investment is. It's always speculation. That's why it's always a risk. All investments are a risk, no matter what it is. Even if I invest in real estate, yes, it goes up, but it's still a risk. If I go to this new metaverse, that's a risk too. If I invest in NFTs, that's a risk. So I agree with you regarding speculation. That is why it's very, very interesting if you can get in early enough where it's cheap enough, then you can mitigate your losses. So in other words, if I have to sit out here and I'm seeing some crazy prices, people are already selling things for hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars in the metaverse. That's just crazy. So what I'm saying is, if there's something that comes along that you see and it's saying it's in the price range where it doesn't mean much to you, like it's money you can throw away, then I would advise, okay, take a chance. But trying to say, hey, this is a big purchase for me and I'm just going to take a chance on it, I would not. Me personally, I'll just say I haven't invested in metaverse or NFTs. All right, because I do not get it personally. I don't get it, even though I know people are making money, even though I know I should get in. But I prefer, let me have a metaverse stock. Let me have META, right? Let me have a metaverse ETF. I'll get that in a stock. Let me have a metaverse coin or a few of those that are right now all under $4. Some are under $1. Let me get a few of those for $100 and maybe get 10 here, 20 there, you know, kind of thing. That's the extent of my metaverse. But sooner or later, I'll be studying and I'm going to probably have to make a little speculative play into the land of metaverse. So that's how we're going to do it. Mana, MANA, for instance, another play that you can do in the metaverse. So SLGG, which is gaming. Yeah, I figured I might as well start talking about a few, right? But that has nothing to do with the land that Carleon King's talking about. He's right. I do agree. Glad to be in class. Carleon King, thank you so much. That's what we call it around here, ladies and gentlemen. SSN Academy, SSN University, SSN Nation, where we don't charge anything. It's the no guru zone here. That's what we call it. All right. That's a wise response. Carleon King. That's right. Thank you very much. Because all investments are a risk. I don't care. Somebody walks up to you and says, this is a 100% no-brainer. You'll hear this your whole life. And then you'll see things that you'll lose everything. So that's why you generally should stay with, I always say this, you know where all the rich guys put their money? The majority of rich people, where they put their money, right? That's where you should be. Stock market, real estate. You know why? Because they have the ears and eyes of Congress, our government. They can create things overnight that can help them improve, which by a byproduct is helps us improve. All right. So when they try to make the real estate market go up because they lower the interest rates, that benefits everybody. But it benefits the other guys even more, the top 10 percenters. Why? Because they can borrow at lower rates than the average person. So if I could borrow at 0.5%, that means even if I got $1 million loan, that's going to cost me less than somebody who bought a $600,000 house and has a 4.5% loan. You see what I'm saying? So I can buy more properties than you can if I'm wealthy. So that is the problem that we have in our society, and the gap is getting bigger and bigger because of it. So therefore, you have to make sure that your investment is going to be sound and profitable. That's the idea that you want straight out the box. All right. A3 Saval. We've been in metaverse for a while now with social media, etc. It's scary. Some people would rather be in virtual world than reality. Exactly, A3 Saval. It's easier in the fake world. That's all there is to it. It's easier to fake than to actually do the real thing. So that's why I'm a little afraid. I had a conversation with someone. I'm a little afraid of the metaverse because people already can't tell truth from falsehoods. They already can't tell real from fake. So this metaverse thing puts you all in a fake realm. And now people are going to say, well, I have this, I have that, and the other in metaverse. And that's going to be a Jedi mind tricks when you're sitting on metaverse, making money from that, selling things there, which now makes it is real world because you have money coming in. And then you're out here walking around in the real world, not making any money. It's going to be crazy. And then people are going to be able to change what they look like, change their voice, do all kind of things. Scary to me. Scary to me. Andreen Miller, welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Thank you so much for being here. And hi, Eric and the SSN family. And she has the icon next to her name. And of course, whenever she arrives, that means I have to always say SSN Nation, SSN Academy, SSN University. We're here in the house and we don't charge. We don't have classes. We don't have seminars. We don't have webinars. If you have a question, just ask. If you need any further clarification, hit me up in an email. You guys can see my name, Eric, at stopstrugglingnow.com or support@stopstrugglingnow.com. I'll help you out. No worries. All right, here we are. Therese of all, U.S. entrepreneurs might as well make money off it. Exactly. You have to look at it, ladies and gentlemen. This is just like when you're gonna be grandparents and your grandkids are gonna go, hey, you were around in 2021. How come you didn't buy anything in the metaverse? Look at here, this gun is worth $3 million. Why? What were you doing? This shovel, it was only $5. Why didn't you buy it? Why didn't you get this land? It was only a couple of acres for $300. Why didn't you buy it? Now it's like 300 million. Same thing, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to happen. Unfortunately, it's going to happen. It always does. 90% of the population do not love speculation. They will not invest, even if it's $20. Won't happen. So therefore, there's a big world out here that anybody, an entrepreneur, an investor, a business person, you can figure out how to take advantage. Right now is liftoff. In 2022, you should find yourself in the metaverse. Because A3 Saval did say something. It's already here. Yes, he's right. It is already here. So in 2022, you need to delve into the metaverse world and either get some stocks, get some crypto, get in some land or whatever you got to get in metaverse on a couple of platforms. That would be advisable. All right. Boise, Idaho, Chili Davis, homes hover over 500K out of reach. Yes. Boise, Idaho, where homes used to be $150,000 to $200,000 all day, every day. All of a sudden, they have a building boom there now. And now the people that live there want to try to stop it. You know why, ladies and gentlemen. It's not like Idaho has the highest per capita. There are wealthy people that live there, but there's not enough. So when you start going from $200,000 to $150,000 livable home, now a smaller home costs $500,000, $600,000, start to have problems. And so now the residents there are trying to block new construction, unsuccessfully, by the way, but it's happening. Carleone, have you heard about the 8300 form that one would have to fill out for every transaction that is over 10K? That's already, yeah, that's like gambling, but yeah, I've heard of it. I looked at that and thought maybe we should be buying crypto through business entities. Carleone King, that's exactly what you should be doing, because you have a dual edge when you can do that. You can do depreciation. You can do other things. But here's the kicker. Try to buy a crypto using your business. You're going to find out those forms are crazy what they try to do in the US of A. If you're in the US, they're asking you for who's who, and they're asking way too many questions for crypto. I'm like, wait, you're not supposed to be talking to me about anything crypto. You aren't even regulated. But they're sent these forms. I've tried to fill one out from Celsius Network, and it was off the charts. I was like, I am not giving you guys this information, because as it turns out, that means they're going to be regulated by the United States government. And I don't want the United States government messing with me no more than what they're already doing. All right. That's just the way it is. I don't need to give up more information just so I can put crypto in my business name. But you can go look at whoever you're going to buy crypto from or wherever you want to park and do business. I would suggest you try. That is a sound idea, a business idea, because that gives you many, many options if it's in a business name. Now, as far as this 10K thing, you do know when you go to the bank and you put in 12K or 10K or 9K that you get a report. The bank reports your activity, right? So even though that story about 10K, they'll report if you put in 7K or 5K. It just depends. Activity on your account matters. Remember, it's an AI type of thing. So if all of a sudden you always put in, let's say $500 a week from your paycheck, and then all of a sudden you put in 7K, that brings up a flag, a transactional flag. So it's not just 10K. Just keep that in mind as well. Our government is no joke. Vanessa Comagate, welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Mondays live stream with the icon next to her name. Hey, boss and SSN fam, working, just checking in to say hit the likes. Oh, how can I forget 36 minutes in? Thank you so much, Vanessa Comagate. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. And if you do like what we're talking about, we talk about this and a lot more on live streams. Please subscribe and then click the all notification bell. We may be out of the doghouse, but once again, maybe not, because so far nobody has said they received a notification today. Not an email notification, but on YouTube, a notification that we went live. And did anybody see the trailer? I think I had a trailer. Silverman Fox is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream with the icon next to his name and just punched in. I like that. Thank you for tapping in. Appreciate it. Will Craw 88. They tried conditioning our minds to the metaverse with that Steven Spielberg movie, Ready Player One. There you go, Will Craw. That is exactly what they did. And thank you so much for being here on the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. I appreciate it. That's exactly, I think that thing came out, 10 years ago? Something like that, maybe more. It's just crazy, crazy. I've been investing in crypto for over a year now, and I was able to purchase ETH when it was 400. Right on. And ADA when it was a few cents. You're correct, Eric. Very important to get in when the asset is low. Exactly, Tony Pedreza. That's the whole point, ladies and gentlemen. By the time it hits mainstream, then everything blows up because there's more people interested. Remember, all the markets work on demand. If there's demand, the price goes up. If there's no demand, the price stays suppressed. It stays low. So that is the reason why when you don't hear about it, then that's when you should be getting in. Just like now, when the news starts talking about metaverse and they have to put people on to explain it, we're still in the early stages. You know why? It's not because people can't understand the metaverse. The problem is when they go and try to buy crypto, then have to move crypto, then have to exchange and swap, and do all that, and then have to be responsible for if they send it to the wrong place or use wrong numbers, they lose it, their money forever, their crypto forever. That gets people a little nervous. That's why there's not an influx of people rolling into the crypto space fast. There's still people coming in, which is giving the demand. But soon as it gets to be another year from now where it's easy to do something, prices will go up. That's just the way it's going to be. 225 million people are in crypto right now in the whole world out of 7.6. About half of those people don't even still have internet. So they're out. So only about 3 billion, 3.5 billion people even have internet. Never mind about countries that block trying to buy crypto. So you have to start realizing sooner or later that blockage will not happen. And there's going to be 225 million new people. And those people are going to be looking for these coins that are successful right now. And metaverse, it's going to all go hand in hand. So keep in mind as the year goes, because in crypto, things are moving fast. All right. And very good points, Tony. Appreciate it. All right. And I'm going to give you guys another story. When you get money in US, taxes, luxury taxes. Exactly. Hey, That's why somebody might start thinking about having to live in an island somewhere in another nation. The bank reports suspicious activity. Exactly, Chili Davis. Edmund Vilvert, welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Thank you so much for being here. What's the best bank in Dominican Republic to open an account? Edmund Vilvert, I do not know. Okay, look, I didn't open an account, which I should. Well, actually, I didn't have enough time because it takes like 30, 45 minutes, they said, because I'm a U.S. citizen. But nonetheless, Banco Popular is there. That's what I know. There's I don't remember the other bank I went to. Where's my phone at? I should remember the bank. Hold on. I'll tell you another bank. Let me see. I'll tell you. But there, when you go there, you'll find out what the best bank is. All right. Oh, I see. I have some Airbnbs happening. That's good. Unfortunately, I can't help you with that. Maybe Victor Morero might be able to help you with some other names of banks. I just remember Banco Popular because that's also like in Puerto Rico and other Caribbean islands. But they have other banks there, and I did not open one. But when I go next time, I'm going to open one. When you're buying assets, they want to know how you got off work plantation biz. Biz buy crypto. hey, he's not lying. You guys know good and well. I don't know how many people actually do not have direct deposits. All right. But when you are running your own business, normally you may not have direct deposits. So it's funny if you actually have like checks or anything that's significant, or even if you have a wire come in and then you go to the bank and then they see some thousands in there, all of a sudden it's like, where'd you get this money? What do you do? I'm just like, none of your business. I'm like, what are you asking me for? You're the banker. You shouldn't be asking me these questions. It's none of your business. I get offended when somebody starts asking me questions when they're holding my money. See, that's the thing. I'm like, wait, you asking me questions holding my money that I put in there. You didn't put it in there. So I'm like, it's none of your business where I got this from. And so what if you send in a suspicious activity report? I'm withdrawing right now. So everybody says that's why I don't leave money in a bank, because I don't like them holding my money, which, by the way, for everybody out here, when you give your money to a bank, you actually are signing over the rights to the funds. Just keep that in mind. A lot of people don't realize this. All right. You think it's your money. It is not. You have actually transferred title to them. So when they say, you go in and say, hey, I need $15,000, and they look at you and say, what do you need the money for? Well, it's my money. See, that's the problem right there. All right. And then they tell you to come back, or, come back in an hour. We don't have it, or whatever nonsense they're talking. All right. So keep all that in mind. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. When you are buying assets, that's right. They're always going to ask. Flying to Punta Cana this Saturday. Victor Morero going to go check out his Galaxy property at Cana Rock. All right. By this time next week, I'll be at the Hard Rock, totally disconnected and zipping down the good cocktails. Hey, I got to give him credit. The Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Punta Cana is off the charts. The staff, everybody's top notch. I'm sure there's other, all-inclusives that are equal, maybe. But all I know is the guys there went above and beyond the Call of Duty when I stayed there. So I have nothing but love for that place. So Victor Morero is going to be in the DR and sipping wherever you want on the man. I just love that place. Don't even let me think about it. I might have to get on the plane. All right. DJ Robbie D's in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Thank you so much for being here. What's up, SSN family? What's up with you, DJ Robbie D with the icon? I appreciate you being in the house tonight. All right. I have received the YouTube notification. Vanessa Comagate's the first and only one tonight that has received the YouTube notification. Anybody see the trailer or receive a YouTube notification? Like I said on Friday, I was going off I think I might be back in the doghouse. Only one person has said they received a notification. That's funny. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Investment strategies 2022. Number 1, crypto. Number 2, crypto and the metaverse. Number 3, crypto and DAOs. Are they legit? We don't know because they're not old enough yet. This is like crypto in 2008, 2009 when people heard of this Bitcoin thing. How do we know it's going to work out? 2010, how do we know it's going to work out? 2013, how do you know it's going to work out? 2015, how do you know? That's how long it took. DAOs aren't even a year old. So therefore, the jury is still out if this mathematical equation is going to work. But S Kid, he brought a case, ladies and gentlemen. Check out part 1, part 2, part 3. He brought a case. And I have to kind of agree with him on certain things. All right. What documents did they ask from you, Eric, to open an account? I know passport, but did they ask for another type of ID and proof of U.S. residence? Yes. Yes. Oh, in fact, you might as well just bring it with you. I didn't open a bank account, but some of the things that they were talking about is bring a bill, a utility bill from your address in the U.S. You're going to need 2 forms of ID, so that a driver's license and passport. That is some of the items. You better go. I can't remember. There was something about the bank. Your bank. I'll probably have to send you an email. There's something about your bank. I can't remember. Your job or your bank has to give you proof that it's your account or something. I can't really remember, but that's all it was. It wasn't anything major. I think I covered what you really need, but I'm thinking of the residency and something else as well. But I didn't open a bank account in the DR, so I don't know what you need. So, but I do know you're going to need 2. I would have your passport and ID, and I'd be bringing a utility bill just in case. Those 3 things, and also your bank account info or a letter from the bank saying you have a bank account or something in the U.S., something along those lines. I just can't remember the main things, but that's the first 4 things. That's it. You should be good. All right. And then it's just a matter of peso or U.S. But again, I didn't open one when I was there. I didn't have enough time because they were like, it's going to take maybe 45 minutes to an hour and a half. I was like, okay, that's not going to happen. Because it was on like my last day. I was like, damn, I should have opened an account. And I had plenty of days to do it too, and I didn't. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So let me know what you think are going to be good investments. So I gave you about 3, right? But they involve crypto. All right. How about real estate? Now, hear me out. Real estate, by all rights, should have already dropped in price. The reason why it didn't is because if you missed the beginning of this live stream, it's because of this here. Let me see if I can get this back. Because the money supply was increased. Who do you think got the bulk of the money supply, and how does it happen? Because when they're buying up debt, if I have debt, right? So keep this in mind. If I have debt, let's just say I have $20 million in debt, like a big company, and I'm hamstrung because I have to pay this debt back. Then the Federal Reserve comes to me and says, we're buying up your debt. So they buy the 20 million. I now don't have to pay it back. Then I can go to these guys and they're going to give me a loan at 0.1 or 1%. And they're going to say, okay, we'll loan you 10 million, 1%, right? That means I am freed up to go buy my own shares of stock. I'm freed up to go buy real estate till the cows come home and make sure the prices stay up there. All of it, stocks, real estate, those prices are going to stay up there. because I got a loan, free money, literally, especially when inflation is 15% or more. Free money. And my asset is going up in price. So again, when you have a money supply inflated 35%, assets also increase 30%. So when people say in the Dominican Republic, for instance, they said the property values went up 30%. There's a reason. There's inflation happening. The cost of goods and services are rising. So if you own an asset, it inflates. And the top 10 percenters are helping you, except most of the time, middle class and lower class don't have the money to make the investments to reap the rewards from these guys doing everything to the money supplies and to make inflation occur. So keep this in mind. That's why we have to stay on top of it, because there's certain things that they cannot manipulate, which is like crypto, until they do what? Everybody knows what they're going to do, right? They're going to regulate it. Let's just get real. You can't have ordinary citizens, us OCs out here, becoming emerging millionaires because we just spent $100, right? You can't have that. They're already trying to block you from the get-go. Do you really think they're going to let you just waltz in and buy some land in metaverse world for $500, $200, $100, and it turns into 1 million? It's going to be regulated so they can siphon off your wealth through taxation. So keep the game right, ladies and gentlemen. But you have to get in to earn the money, because if you did turn 500, 300 into a million, you don't mind paying the tax. And if you get that much money, then come back to the SSN Nation, because there's going to be ways that you can buy something to get depreciation, or some way that you're not going to have to pay a lot of the 50% in taxes. You might pay 20% in taxes. So if you have $1 million and you only pay 20, you still have 800. If you're just an ordinary citizen and get $1 million, you got to give up 500. That's a big difference. That difference of 300 grand, that's a lifetime that you could do something with. All right. We have someone else. Christina Forget is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Hello, all. Hello to you as well. I appreciate you being here. Nice seeing you. Thank you so much. And we have LaDawn Malone in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Thank you so much for being here. What happened with AG Jewelers? Sorry to switch gears for a second. AG Jewelers. Well, AG Jewelers, my jewelers. I can't even remember. Ox Publishing, Hutton Chase. The credit bureaus would no longer report these accounts. They restricted them. All of them. Even AG Jewelers, who actually has a brick and mortar location, they restricted them as well, even though they were doing it for previous 3, 4, 5 years of reporting, because that enabled people to get their credit right fast. Because, back then you buy some product from them, they would give you a $5,000, a $2,500, a $1,500 trade line to offset your debt utilization, so your score would go up. So like I said, OCs once again get screwed, because the government says, okay, you guys know our game, so we're going to stop the game. So no, AG Jewelers does not report, cannot report, even if they wanted to. The credit bureaus wouldn't even call them back or nothing. They were just like, done. Sorry to say that, but no problem with switching it up. We talked about it, and way back then, all we could say last January, all I could say was try to get your money back if you did it on most people paid with credit cards, so all you could do was a credit card charge back. That was the only way. They were fighting it, of course. I talked to them about it. We had a little disagreement. Let's just put it that way. All right. So all I could say was, just do the chargebacks, but now it's probably too late unless you have a high-end credit card that you used. But that's all we could do at the time. All right. So, and that brings up credit. Let's talk credit as an asset. And that brings up different credit deals, right? So now, because of that, there are fintech banks where like X1 has come out, Tomo Credit, which actually they only reported to one. Then you have Extra Debit Card. So extracard.com, where it's an ATM card, but they report to the credit bureaus. Now you have fintech. Black Steel hasn't come out like they were supposed to Q4. They got delayed. But nonetheless, when they come out, they're also going to report to all three credit bureaus where you don't have to have a credit check, no hard inquiry, no nothing. They're going to report. There's about several others that are out. Credit AI is going to come out. So a lot of companies are out here, Credit Strong and Self Lender have always been out to help people with their credit because basically that's a secured line. So that's an installment trade line from them. But speaking of credit, that is an asset. But now you can actually add to your credit without hard inquiries. That's what you want to do, actually. You want to improve your credit without hard inquiries, especially when you want to go through a year or two without adding anything, because you guys know more than 4 inquiries in 2 years, they like to ding you. And when the markets go bad, when our economy goes down, credit tightens up. What they do is they raise the requirements for the score. So what you could buy at 680 or get a loan at 680, all of a sudden it's 720. Everything you could get at 720, all of a sudden you need a 740. So these are the kind of things that happen. So that's why you have to pay attention to your credit. All right. So hopefully that helps out as well. Now, the owner of Token Matrix at Crypto Analysis Subscription basically said the DAOs are like a glitch in the matrix and you should take it full advantage while it lasts. I tend to agree. I agree with this 100%. I agree 100%. They are going to be regulated. I'm telling you, there is no freaking way. You guys have seen the numbers. We talked about this. A person could put in Hector DAO or in Wonderland Time, a person could put in like 500. Well, actually, Hector DAO, you can put in like $150. And in Wonderland Time, you can put in around $750. And if they're able to keep this up for the 7 or 9 months, remember, Olympus went strong for 8 months now. Okay. It's going to be 9 months next month. So if you were in at 9 months, 270 days, there are people who only put in like $1,500 and they're going to have like almost $500,000, $400,000 from $1,000 to $1,500. So you know exactly what Tony Pedrosa is saying. Exactly. It's a glitch in the matrix and they're going to come to the rescue. This is why you guys got to pay attention. This is why sometimes you have to take risk just to see what happens. So some of us have been in Wonderland, Olympus, and Strong for like 2 months, I believe it is. 2 months. We're doing good. But again, my thing is 9 months. So we got another 7 months. I don't know if we can make the 7 months. But I think we will. You know why? Because there's going to be turnover in Congress in 2022. So that might change things a little bit. It just depends on which party is trying to go after crypto more than the other. But both ways, they don't want us, OCs, to be able to put in a little bit of money and get a lot out. They want to leave that to these guys who can get these, basically 0% loans, free money. That nobody's coming to pay my debt. They're not giving us 0% loans for 7 to 12 years. Come on. This is crazy. So, of course, they're going to shut this down. It's just a matter of time. All right. AG Jules just asked me to renew for 99. I called that BS. Cut my losses with Lygos and AJ. AG got to keep trying. That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable. Asked to renew for what? See, that's just terrible. Terrible. Professor Auntie Val, welcome to the SSN Nation. Money Making Monday live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Good evening, fam. She has the heart. She has the muscles, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Professor Auntie Val is what we call her because she's responsible for some of this crypto strong block, for instance, the 10 nodes. It was down to $430 earlier this morning. Somebody could have bought 10 nodes for $5,000 earlier today. It was very, very interesting. Crypto went down. Okay, let's talk about crypto again. The stock market went down. What I did not like, let me know what you guys think. I did not like the fact that crypto went down. That is not a good sign. Gold and silver went down. What this means is that means there is clear manipulation. The reason why I say this is if the stock market goes down, normally somebody would sell and then they would take that money and put it into a different market, such as crypto, such as gold and silver, or go buy real estate, whatever the case may be. They take it out of the market. The fact that all of them went down, that is not a good sign. That is manipulation. That is very, very bad. So the market goes back up today. So what do you think happened with crypto as well? Very, very bad signs. But I will say this. I do thank them for the market going down because all of us who were into the Dows, we received rewards, and those rewards bought us some more of whether it's heck, whether it's time, whether it's ohm, whether it's Snow Bank or whatever. It's buying it at a lower rate. So that's very, very interesting that you get more rewards because the price went down of the coins. It's very, very interesting. And that's the beauty of this whole thing with these DAOs. That's why they're going to be regulated. All right, let's see what else we got going on tonight. Wilson Koo's in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. And I'll just say it up front, Mr. Koo, man. Hey, he sells money, ladies and gentlemen. You need a loan for business. You need a loan for asset. You got assets? No cash? Need a loan? See this guy. All right, got multifamily, got single family. You need a loan? Oh, and by the way, you don't have to be a U.S. citizen. Check that out. Okay, good evening, Mr. Bird and SSN fam. He's got his 100% facts. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, Mr. Koo, man with the icon. Greetings, Mr. Koo from Silverman Fox, Wilson Koo, Evening Silverman F. None but love in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Curtis Davis, Mr. Financial, is here with the icon once again. Chili Davis is his pseudonym. You can find him on YouTube and his channel. He talks about financial. That's why we call him Mr. Financial. Go check him out. And he says shift cash, crypto to stocks, to real estate, to vice versa, assets by assets. There you go. That's it exactly. That's what we want to talk about. Assets pay us, ladies and gentlemen. Are you getting it yet? In fact, I just dropped something on Instagram. I don't even talk enough about this. Down below in the underneath this video in the description, at the very bottom, there are links to our social media, whether it's Twitter, whether it's Instagram, Telegram, all of it is down below. Yeah, I never talk about that. And I dropped a little meme today talking about what the rich or the poor buy, the middle class buy, and the rich. Everybody knows what the differences are, right? Poor buys liabilities, middle class also, the rich buy assets, right? That's generally how it goes. So how do you know if somebody's going to be rich or wealthy? Is that they either have they have profits and revenue coming in, or B, they have a little profits and revenue coming in, but they're buying assets. Those are the type of things that happen. You can't buy liabilities and expect to get assets that are going to pay you if you keep buying liabilities. Liabilities suck money from you. Those same liabilities that you're paying for, you could have bought assets. But a lot of people don't want to, put in the work. They don't want to say, hey, you know what? I'm going to have to wear the same pair of jeans, or I'm going to have to wear the same style of clothing for about 2 years because I'm not going to be able to afford. I don't want to pay hundreds of dollars for shoes and clothes and all that. I'll just go down to Walmart and buy that cheap stuff. And that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to use that extra money and go put it away into something. It could be stocks, crypto, real estate, whatever asset class you want. But the fact of the matter is, if they're earning 30% a year, if the stuff is going up 35% a year, if crypto's going up 300, 500, 600% per year, but you're over here buying something that doesn't go up at all, doesn't make much sense, does it? Come on, it's the long game. That's what we have to do. Wilson Koo, Mr. Capital, making your business better. I like that. Andy Ortiz is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Thank you so much for being here. He says, yo, what's up, everybody? And he has the icon next to his name. What's up, Andy Ortiz? Thank you so much for being here. We're talking on your favorite subject matter tonight, crypto. All right. Wilson Koo, evening. All the love in the room. Victor M, Chili D, Esteban, A3 Saval, Robbie D, Vanessa K, Professor Val, evening from Wilson Koo, evening Andy O, Curtis D. Nothing but love from Wilson Koo. All right. So let me know what your investment strategies are, ladies and gentlemen. It's not like a long list out here. There's not very many assets that you can buy that's going to go up in value. If there's a down economy, what do? I want to hear what you guys are going to do. If there's a bear market, if things are going down, what are you going to do? You're going to have things in place that is a force against it. If values go down 30%, profits go down 30%, what are you going to do? Right? Those are the kind of things you have to think about. Here we go. Mix It Media Group. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. He says, checking in from the ATL from Atlanta. Thank you so much for being in the house this evening. Much appreciated for the support. Victor Marrero, the word is diversify. There you go. Diversify or you will get wrecked sooner or later. I agree with you 100% on that. Gotta be. Melanie Bonita's in the house. Miss 25 streams of income, and I might be wrong. It could be 26 by now, but she's in the house, ladies and gentlemen, and you heard me correctly. Miss 25 streams of income. You see her name. She's here on YouTube as well, trying to help out the masses. And she says, great evening, SSN family. Multiple streams to live your dreams is her motto, and that's what you need in 2022 and beyond. So get started right now. Hey, this manufactured holiday, hey, look, I'm gonna say something that people are gonna get a little bent about, maybe. So today I was on social media. I should never be on social media, and somebody said, "I'm tired of some people trying to take Christ out of Christmas." And so I responded with, "Christ isn't in Christmas." I said, do you know when his birthday is? Really? It ain't Christmas. He never was in Christmas. It's manufactured. Yeah, his birthday isn't Christmas for everybody that doesn't know. It's not December 25th. All right? All right. So just keep this straight. So Christmas is so you depart. They're trying to get your money so you buy liabilities, ladies and gentlemen, and you're happy to do it. You're happy to go into debt to make sure that somebody's happy when in fact you could have used that money or half of it and bought into assets. But people don't think that way most of the time. They're saying it's Christmas. I got to buy gifts, put them under the tree or hide them somewhere. All right. So think about it. Don't be played all the time, ladies and gentlemen. I work from home and my biggest expense is food. Have enough clothes and shoes and know where to go or dress up for. Just be comfortable and be happy. That's very good advice, Mr. Koo. That's very good advice. A3 Saval, invest, start business. Won't be no middle class, only rich and poor. Exactly, A3 Saval. That's where we're going. Around the world, this isn't going to be just a United States phenomena. Around the world, this is happening as we speak. All governments are printing money. They all are doing it. That's the only way they can stay ahead, but they're not actually ahead. They're behind. Good evening, Koo, man. All right. Juvie lovers in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday with Juvie Lover with the icon next to the name. Sup, SSN family? Glad to see you once again. Thank you so much. Appreciate your support with the icon. Melody Manita Wright, Juvie Lover. Amen, brother. Preach. Thank you so much. Good evening, Wilson. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's an hour in. Please smash that like button. And so what are we going to do an hour in? I need something to drink. We're not done, but here's what I'm going to do. Of course, you know, I've been having a little fun lately. But by the way, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the new gear. Nobody is coming to save you. Here's the t-shirt. You can order now. They only come in black, blue. I can't remember the other color. But anyhow, that's it. Nobody's coming to save you. Hoodie as well. It's chilly out here in most of the United States. And then, of course, SSN Nation hat is in the house. That is all at StopStrugglingNow.com, ladies and gentlemen. That's where you go for this. And in case some of you who just showed up and you invested in the Panorama location, I'm going to put this screenshot up as well. This is what Panorama Lake looks like as of right now. This is Panorama Lake. But for everybody that bought it, Panorama Park and Panorama Garden, that white spot across the way, that's where their Panorama Garden allegedly is going to be, even though I don't think that's it. But what I mean by that's not it is I think you have to drive in, and I think Panorama Garden is further back than being up front. But nonetheless, I like how close this is because all owners at Panorama Lake, Panorama Park, Panorama Garden, you can go to each other's locations. So the fact they have this, I don't even think you can swim in this, but they have a lake here. They have a restaurant and pool here. So people who own here can go to these Panorama Park and Lake. People who own at Panorama Park and Lake can come over here and play at Panorama Lake. That is cool. All right. So just had to show that. And that real estate over there has increased more than 30%, ladies and gentlemen, since last year. The Dominican today reported 30% increase in prices, but in some locations, it's more than 30%. So in other words, Connor Rock, you could have bought a one-bedroom over there last year for 89 grand. Not anymore. It's like 112, 115, 130, in some cases 300, depending on which building it is. So that's, 90 and 30 is 120. So that's 30%, more than 30% actually. Then you have Primavera, where you could have bought a 3-bedroom, 2-bath for 80 grand. Now you got to spend 120. So that's more than 30%. So you see, ladies and gentlemen, when you can buy something under contract because it's pre-construction, you have a price from last year. So those prices I talked about last year, the place isn't built now for another 12 to 16 months. Meanwhile, you're paying 0% interest like the big boys, like the wealthy. So it's beautiful when you pay 0% interest every month for your down payment, but your contract says you bought something for 80 grand. And it already is worth 120. That's a beautiful feeling. So that's why you have to get your investment strategies for 2022 under control right now. Make those plans. Hector, DAO, and Strong Block started initial communications. Yes, the results could be very exciting. Yes, Auntie Val, this has potential written all over it. Here's what I know. In order for these DAOs to work, well, actually, let me start with something. I'm going to get into this DAOs because of Siam Kids videos that I actually loaded on here. That's one thing that I always looked at, that he looked at as well. Melody Bonita, I love it. That's right. Speaking, Juvie Lover, speaking of DR, can I travel with my Second Amendment? No. I would not advise that. Larry Love is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Guess who's in the house? Buy the dip, peoples. That's right. He said it exactly right. Buy the dip. That's what you need to do, ladies and gentlemen. Look, the top 10 percenters don't lose. All right? They manipulate things. They don't lose. So even though the stock market has hit all-time highs in the worst time ever, 2020, a pandemic occurs, 100 million people out of work, and the stock market still goes up. Stores are half empty. Stock market still goes up. People are dying. Stock market still goes up. It doesn't matter because most of us, okay, new people, top 10% of the wealthiest own 89% of the stock market now. They used to own 92% of the stock market, but I have a feeling since 2020 came and people got that, pandemic money, they started putting it into the stock market, saying, hey, this thing keeps going up. Why should I put it anywhere else? So they lost 3% because there's millions of people who put money in. So that's what's happening. Welcome to all in the blast from the past. There we go. Evening, Miss Bonita and Juby Lover. Thanks, Mr. K. All right. Hey, everyone. Tiffany Young is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being here on the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream with the icon next to your name. Hey, everyone. Hello to you. I'm very happy to see you once again, Tiffany Young. All right. Wilson K. So the deal on crypto and day trading funding is that they give your business a loan and you use for whatever you do, and it can be crypto or day trading. Wait a minute, Wilson Koo, are you saying you have a loan for crypto now? Oh, here we go. So you will need PG and 680 plus, or would take it and invest in ETFs that your business can hold. Wow. That is very, very powerful. If you need to get in touch with Wilson Koo and want to do something like this, go quickeasyfunds.com. I put it in the chat room. Nobody else can put stuff in the chat room like that with links. Or you can hit me up at eric@stopstrugglingnow.com via email or support@stopstrugglingnow.com, and I'll send you your information to Wilson Koo. But again, he does more than this. This crypto's out of the box. He can do I'll call it asset-based funding. He also can do revenue-based funding. So let's say you have $10,000 per month coming in or $5,000 per month. He can possibly get you funding. If your business is trying to do commercial loans or multifamily loans for the real estate, can help that out, buying businesses, all of that. If you're outside of the U.S., he can help you out as well. That's right. You heard it all here, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Evening, Tiffany. There we go. quickeasyfunds.com. Great evening, Wilson K. All right. Thanks, sir. Yeah, buddy. John Ruck is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Long time. Nice to see you. Yeah, buddy. John Ruck. That's right. That gold, silver stacking. But you know how I feel about that, John Ruck. Remember what we were talking about 6 months ago? It's come down as well, but that's because of certain things that happen. I talk about this all the time. All right. Melanie Bonita says, I smashed the like button. Thank you so much for bringing that up. Please, everybody, smash the like button. It's free. It's no cost. And if you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel and click the all notification bell. That's very helpful. All right. Juvie Lover, John Ruck, Juvie Lover, 6 months. Melody Bonita, 6 months. Stop Struggling Now, Tiffany Young, member, 2 months. Wilson K, hello. Given the timelines. Evening, John R, long time, sir. That's it exactly. I smashed like button 2. Thank you so much, Mr. Financial with the icon. Fix and flip. Oh, here we are again. Anybody into real estate, I guess you might need to contact Mr. Wilson Koo here. Fix and flip can get up to 100%. What? After renovation value. Are you serious? All right, you're going to have to give out more details than that, because are we going to have to PG this? What's the deal with this? Fix and flip And where is it? United States, Canada, where do we have to buy this at? All right, let us know, because there's just no way around this. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do something. I haven't loaded up any new promo type videos, so that means I'm going to run a promo video because we have a few new people here. So I'm going to do I'll do number one promo. Why don't I do that? First one ever that I did. So I'll have a little fun as usual on these. And let's see here. I think this is number one. Let's give it a try. All right. Yeah, I think this is it here. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be right back. Come on, come on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, SSN Lifestyle John Ruck says LOL. I got my crypto and stocks too. A wise man. Actually made some good profits listening to y'all. Thank you so much. SSN Nation, thank you. Still stacking though. I know you're still stacking, John Ruck. I know. I just hate it, John Ruck. I hate it really, because I want everybody to maximize, not minimize. Here's what we're going to talk about. I'm going to talk about it, but I can't let this go. No restrictions on U.S. property. In case people did not see this message here, here goes one message about crypto and day trading funding from Wilson Koo. Again, if you need to reach him, send me an email at eric@stopstrugglingnow.com or support@stopstrugglingnow.com, and I will get you in touch with him. Here's what you need: a 680 credit score and up. And it has to be in your business name, I assume. That's interesting. And then we're talking about fix and flip, can get up to 100% after renovation value, which is beautiful. You need to give me an amount, though. And so then he says, no restrictions on U.S. property. What do you mean, no restrictions? Are you trying to tell me that if I found what are we restricted to? Multifamily, single family, commercial, what can we do? But if I find something and I say, hey, I need, let's call it 500,000. After renovation value, it's going to be 1 million. So you're saying I'd get the 500,000 plus the 200,000 in renovation for 700,000, and the appraised after renovation value is going to be 1 million. We're good. Let me know if that's what we're talking about. That would be pretty major. Captain Jay's in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. And he has the icon next to his name. Thank you so much for being here. What's good, SSN? Smashing that like button. I love it. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. And if you like what we're talking about, I always say it. Please subscribe to the channel and click the all notification bell. If you want free $10 of Bitcoin and haven't gotten it from Coinbase yet, the link is down below in the description. If you want free stocks from Robinhood and Webull and you haven't signed up with them yet, the link is down below in the description. If you want $5 of Shiba from Webull, the link is down below in the description. And I'll be remiss if I don't keep saying this up until the end of 2022. Unstoppable Domain gives you a .crypto name, a .bitcoin, a .coin, a .x, a .nft. So it could be ericbird.crypto, stopstrugglingnow.nft, stopstrugglingnow.bitcoin. All of that is at Unstoppable Domains. The link is down below in the description. And if I told you it cost you $20 one time for life, no annual renewal fees. That's right, nothing else. It's on the blockchain, so nobody can take it from you. It's yours, registered to you. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This could end up being very powerful. You're on the forefront. Why not get in for 20 bucks, 30 bucks, 40 bucks? Now, the .x is usually $100, but that's just the way it is. But here's the beauty. If somebody said, hey, Eric, I want to send you $50 of crypto, all I have to do is go, okay, send it to ericbird.crypto. That's the address you put in there to send the crypto. StopStrugglingNow.crypto. That's where you would send it. I don't have to give you any QR codes, any numbers, nothing. Beautiful. That's what you want, ladies and gentlemen. Ease. And you can build websites on these as well. How cool is that? All right. Crypto once again coming out winning. Where do I get in contact with you, Wilson K? Okay, Will Craw 88. Again, send me an email at Eric. You have my email, actually. I'll forward your information to Wilson Koo, or you go to quickeasyfunds.com. Message Eric. All right, cool. Yep, message me, and that'll work. Tiffany Young, that always gets me dancing. Thank you so much, Tiffany Young. That's how we do it. Okay, cool. Thanks. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's go. What else? Okay, startup minimum FICO 680. No late payments, no bankruptcies, no application, no credit pull for pre-approval, no commitment to move forward. Wow. Okay, that works. Loans and lines of credit based on credit and or income for qualifications. Gotta love that. Me too. All right, the dancing is happening. Thank you so much, Melanie Bonita. Rates and terms on loans typically range from 1 to 7 years at 6.9 and 13.9 standard. Lines of credit range from as low as 0 to 999 rates, and terms are just an estimate. Actual terms may vary. All right, that makes perfectly good sense. Funding in as little as 7 days from approval. All this looks good. You have to buy U.S. properties. That is your rental, not your primary. Okay. All of it looks good. Reasonable. The hoodie and slogan are fire. Tony Pedrezzo, thank you very much. And again, you can buy the hoodie and any of the gear at StopStrugglingNow.com, ladies and gentlemen. That is where you can get some gear. All right. In fact, hold on. Let me see what I got over here. Nothing new. Oh, okay. Some more gear. Different gear. Here goes some more. All right. Here goes some right here. F average, be legendary. All right. That's what you have to do, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes you have to take a risk in order to be legendary. That's what you have to do. But when you do take risk, if you can take a smaller risk and get a high reward, that's the best scenario, but you can't always find those type of deals. But when you're on the forefront of something, you could potentially find those deals because the cheaper it is at the beginning, all right? Because nobody believes in it. Nobody's rushing in. As soon as people start rushing in, we have problem. Price increases. So we love that, all right? So just keep that in mind. All right, let's see what else. Let me see if I have anything else I want to show tonight. We're at 1 hour, 28 minutes in. If you guys, there is something else I wanted to talk about. Let me see if I can find this real quick. Okay, so remember, Larry was talking about buy the dip. I wanted to show the markets after last week. Here's what happened. Look at this. So last week, markets go down. This week on a Monday, actually, I don't think you guys can see. It's like grayed out. But plus 646 points on the Dow. Remember, all-time high is around 36,000. A little over 36,000 for the Dow. S&P plus 53 and NASDAQ plus 139. All right. So these guys almost came back from where they dropped to. Another good day tomorrow, and they'll be right back in business. All right. Here's what's happening in pre-market right now. Here's what Mr. Financial is looking at right now for tomorrow. He might be thinking, I might do an investment tomorrow based on pre-market movers. By the way, if it matters, Webull, they open the markets at 4 a.m. Eastern. You have to wait all the way till like 9 a.m. at Robinhood. So some people are trading 5 hours before Robinhood even opens. All right, it's crazy. But here are some things to consider pre-market. Here's the NASDAQ futures, S&P, and all that. All right. So commodities, this is something you should be interested in as far as stocks go. I'll say it again, natural gas, gold, corn, crude. These are all going to come into play when the economy goes a little down. And currencies. Now, this is interesting. Okay, CNN, this is kind of crazy. They have Bitcoin under currencies. I never noticed that. That's a problem. Oh, well, not really a problem. Bitcoin's not even nothing. 7 transactions per second is not going to cut it under any currency standard. But anyhow, 50,000 down from in the 60s. That's 20-some percent. That would be called a crash if this was the stock market. Your went down over 20%. That's like a crash. Went down past 30%, quite frankly. So that's not good. But buy the dip. I believe Larry gave sound advice because they're assets, ladies and gentlemen. Sound advice. All right. Let's see what else we have going on. Okay, is it just BTC or any crypto for unstoppable domains? It's any crypto, up to about 100 of the top cryptos. Okay, so no, it's that's the point. If somebody said, "Hey, I have $100 in oh, hold on a second, I have $100 of Ethereum." And they want to send it to you, they can. $100 of Bitcoin Cash, they can. $100 of ADA, XRP, it don't matter. They can. That's the beauty of it. So that's what you want. Link is down below. And in fact, I'll just go over there. We'll go talk about this in a second. Yes, it is possible for you to get your loan and get your rehab cost, as they will look at the after renovation value for that assessment. Yeah, that's similar to the deal that the guy in LA was giving, who has funding. He's talking the same thing. He's willing to give people but he wants it an hour drive time within LA, but it's along those same lines. No credit checks, no nothing. He's willing to invest, help you out, do whatever. No down payment, no nothing. So if the property was $1 million after value or appraised after value, after renovation, that's the thing. You want it 50 to 70%. A wrap. It's a done deal. But that's a hard road to find in LA. Melanie, I think Unstoppable takes all crypto tokens. Yeah, they take quite a few. Let's see what's going on here. I was trying to get Unstoppable Domain. Oh, I see. I didn't have an S on the end. Here we go. Here we are. There's rumor crypto will drop to 42 BTC. Yeah, it could. It could. And that's about when people should be buying. Melody Benita, thank you so much, Curtis Davis. That's when people should be buying, quite frankly. Here's Unstoppable Domains. The link is down below. And look here, they added the .dao on here. So there's .zil, .crypto, .coin, .wallet, .bitcoin, .x, .888, .nft, .ao, .blockchain. So, Mind Games. Let's see. It's probably, Mind Games is available on all accounts except for blockchain. So it's $20 for mostly everything. Beautiful. Suggested names. Oh, that's not good. Anyhow, there's a link down below. Please use the link. There's a referral code, of course. So that's pretty cool. Now, no renewal fees ever, unlike a .com where every year you have to renew. Nonsense. No renewal fees, no minting fees to the blockchain, no gas fees. It's all free to get it minted, and you're set on the blockchain. All for $20 or $40 or $100. Now, website URL, meaning you use the Brave browser, and you can make a website on your .crypto, .zil, whatever, NFT, payment address for wallets, and much more. Does this look like something you would be interested in? And here we go. 275 plus coins. They've upped it. 275 coins. That's a lot. Supported browsers. Brave is native and Opera is native. Those are the one or two you should be using if you're using a .crypto, .zil, .nft and all that. So just give you an idea what you can do. Applications, they have applications. Oh, you can connect wallets. OpenSea, this is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's coming, ladies and gentlemen. It's coming. It's coming. I was very fortunate enough to be alive when the internet came, and everything that they're saying about crypto is the same thing they said about the internet in the late 80s. Now, I want you guys to understand something. I've mentioned this before. In the late 80s, internet was on dial-up, right? So you had to have a T1 line. So that was the highest, or what else did they call it? A US something. I can't remember the names. It's been a long time. So the point I'm trying to make, though, is back then, you were just lucky enough to pull up a page on the internet. Never mind about streaming video. So you know the industry that was streaming video and compressing the image so it can get through the lines and run on T1 lines and all that? The XXX industry. So think of it this way. You guys know how OnlyFans is now, and hell, Instagram and all these places that do live streams, and you see all the craziness that happens with that. Imagine none of that's available like we know today, and imagine you actually have live video running on an internet 30 years ago. And of course, the same thing men and women are doing on OnlyFans. They're doing it in a room in Las Vegas warehouse. After they come from the stripper joint, they come here and sit in a room, and they have keyboards, just like I'm doing this live stream, keyboards and talking, voice and video, 30 years ago. Back then, people said it will never work. It's not working, but it was already working, even though all the mainstream was saying, you can't do video. You can't do voice and video on the line. It was already happening. People were making millions of dollars. I wasn't making millions. I was making thousands. All right. But the point I'm trying to make is that is what this is right now it's not just that. When I started earlier, metaverse, crypto, unstoppable domains, all of this is similar to then. Like that was a revolution. It started and it took like 10, 15 years. Think about this. How long ago was it before we could do Zoom? Right? They were already doing Zoom 30 years ago. It's crazy, but it was underground because not everybody could get hooked to the T1. That's where the cost was. the high-speed internet was very costly. So as the cost comes down, now we can do this no problem. It's on our house. You know, your $40 a month line now on the internet, we can do live streaming. But 30 years ago, that was a chore to make happen. And actually, even up until like 15 years ago. So you had this time span. So crypto 2009, 12 years later, is now. But the unstoppable domains, the DAOs, and all that just now came out in the last year. So there's this window of opportunity for everybody sitting here. Your investment strategy in 2022 should be all things crypto, like Professor Auntie Val said. She's breathing, studying crypto, because that is a frontier that everybody can participate in. The government can't block you. The rich can't block you. They can't lay claim unless they buy it now along with you. You have the same opportunity as everybody. It's not blocked. There will come a day when it's going to be blocked. Just get it straight, right? But you want to get in now when it's unblocked, stake your claim, make sure you have everything in order. All right, I'm just saying, make sure it happens. That's 2022 investment strategy right here. You guys know what we talked about last 2 years ago. EVs. We're loving life. Double, triple, 1,000% on our money, right? We talked about that last year. At the end of last year, I was talking about pre-construction condos in the DR. Everybody who bought their pre-construction condo in the DR, you're all ahead. And buy assets, whether it was real estate, regular, not pre-construction. We talked about gold, silver, precious metals, just a little. Not a large percentage, but we've been talking about crypto for 3 years. When ETH was $150 on a live stream, I remember 3 years ago. And when the crypto at one time, we had two numbers, 8,000 for BTC and 3,500 for BTC. All right. When it dropped, people were like, oh, no, it's not going to happen. It's worthless. So everybody has opportunity. Who's going to take the risk? That's the question. All right. Let's see. Thank you, Curtis Davis. When you send me for info, give me some details on your business, like time in business, average monthly revenue, credit score, and type of business. Exactly. That'll matter. And what do you want to do? Exactly. For those in startup, you won't see that kind of requirements for startups out there. Exactly. Startups. You can also go, if you have a startup business, go to capitalontap.com. I do not have a link down below, but it's capitalontap.com. That's how you get a new business startup. You can potentially get a credit card, no credit check, no qualifying. Everybody who might be in Mexico, foreign countries, you're going to do tribal credit. All right, so you want to do that. Joshua Felder, buy the dip on Heck, under $200, ladies and gentlemen. He's exactly right, but you got to love it. The rewards are still rolling in. That's right. Add to your Heck. And it's all, hey, you guys, the Phantom Network is operating on KuCoin again and on Gate.io. You can withdraw your FTM from those two places on the Phantom Network and have it in your MetaMask on the Phantom Network. No swapping. Don't have to swap bridge kind of thing. So, hey, that's how it goes. A3 Saval is saying he likes crypto.com. He's saying buy CRO. They had a dip as well after they made that big splash about the Staples Center naming rights. That was very interesting. 700 million for what, 20 years. And then their coin started going up. But then, of course, that little flash crash happened. A lot of people got liquidated. So be careful if you're trying to do the leveraging and arbitrage that was talked about at the end of the S-Kid video that I dropped earlier today. Don't mess around. This is why I said you do not want to put yourself at 70, 60, 70% loan to value if you're going to get loans against your crypto, because you would have been liquidated, and that just makes the market go down even lower. Not that it's your responsibility, but your responsibility is not to get liquidated. You're trying to put yourself in a loop like Victor Marrero. You're trying to put yourself where you're making money. You went to go borrow or bond, and now you just have a loop where it just keeps staking and making more because there's a rebase every 8 hours. That is the loop you want to be in, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Joshua F. Moses Tillman wants to connect with you for help on the DAO thing. Okay. All right. No problem. Moses Tillman, hook it up. You know my email. I'll get you in touch with Joshua Felder if need be. If BTC drops to 42K, I will be buying. Joshua Felder, you and everybody else. You and everybody else. So, this is, in fact, people should probably be buying right now, even though I haven't. But 50 is not bad. It was in the 40s, but he's right about that. If it goes down, and it could go down to 42, quite frankly, it could. So once again, hit that like. And we are at 26 now. Wilson Koo, thank you so much. Hit the like button. Smash the like button. It's no cost. It's free of charge. It's the No Guru Zone. We don't charge for anything. If you have a question, ask in the chat room. If you have any questions, and by the way, Captain J, you got to get that property over in the DR like ASAP. Okay, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say something. Remember when I said, here we are in December 6th. Remember when I was saying, I'm not a prophet. I'm just saying it's supply and demand. When they had the all-time record of visit tourists in October, I don't know what happened in November yet, but I have a feeling it's going to be all-time records. And there's going to be all-time records in December, but it already started. The beach, people are buying at the beach. 3-4 people a day this month are buying units at the beach property. It's incredible. Incredible. Their prices are going up as well. It's incredible. Anybody, if you have not signed up in the SSN lifestyle, I suggest you do. I do not have a link down below, but I suggest you sign up, because we're going to talk about some business opportunities, and new videos are going to start coming out about SSN lifestyle as well on the SSN lifestyle channel, even though I'll share it here because this is SSN Nation. So you get to hear about it first. All right. And he said it already, and I'll say it again. Hit that smash. What about hosting? Is it necessary? No, Melody Bonita. That's the beauty. No hosting necessary. That's the beauty. It's on the blockchain. It's awesome. All right. Hold on. Let me go check something out. Hold on. Because you're going to be running on the block. Although I haven't made a website yet, so I can't find it. Unstoppable browser, Chrome extension. No. Yeah, no hosting. It's beautiful. I'm getting crypto wallets on my website today. Yeah, exactly. Wow. Exactly, Melanie Bonita. Another stream is possible, and cut out the middleman. Coming soon. Shop is being set up. Oh, beautiful, Wilson K. Cool, man. Joshua Felder. A3 Saval. CRO is good. That's crypto.com. I remember dial-up. Exactly, dial-up. Hey, I'm going to tell you guys, in the 80s, I used to, like I said, I'm like a pseudo geek. In the 80s, I was checking a credit on dial-up with a compact laptop that had a 9-inch screen. It looked like luggage, but it had a 9-inch screen. It was a trip. People couldn't believe it when I would be walking around. It was portable. So as long as, and at the time, everybody had a dial-up, right? A phone. So all I had to do, I show up, take off the keyboard, screen is there, plug it up, and I'm on the internet in like 5 minutes, maybe 6 minutes after it does all its stuff. And I'd be on the internet being able to sign people up for check people's credit, report credit. I was hooked into Equifax, TRW, and all these guys. It was awesome. On the forefront. I can up your SSN gear too, if you let me, sir. Sure, Wilson K. Anytime you want to. That works. Coin Market Cap mentioned heck today. There we go. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, let's go look. Why not? Let's go see what we got here. Are they mainstream now? Oh my. Because if I put in heck coin price and it comes up, oh, they're mainstream. Oh, 142. Oh no. Ladies and gentlemen, is this for real? Okay, now I see what Joshua Felder was talking about. This can't be the price. Come on. Are they messing with me? They are not messing with me. Wow. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I get a little bit excited here because I believe in this project and this will not last long. 140 now. Uh-oh, somebody's getting liquidated. See, this is what I'm talking about right here, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody's getting liquidated because with Hector, they wrap the heck. And when you wrap the heck, you might have options that you can borrow against it. So some people might have, they're liquidated because this price is, that's like 60% of the value that it was last week. So, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Wow. I'm shocked by this. This is good though, but I'm still shocked. Here, in case I love these, what they're doing. So we got to go there. And again, okay. I don't really want to talk about crypto a lot, but we're getting there because that is what basically 2022 is going to be all about. Last year, it was pre-construction. It was getting your assets. I mean, this year, we started talking about pre-construction and real estate last year, all year long. Captain J, are you still here? Let me know. Let me know if you're still in the house. Because I got something to show you that I showed other people earlier. So you have literally about another 3 weeks before you're going to be frozen out about buying property in the DR. I'm just giving you fair warning. Numbers don't have a repeat where November is the highest tourist and it's a record just like October. You're going to be in trouble. You won't be able to buy. Well, some people will, but who wants to buy something that previously you could have bought for 140, 150, 170, and now it's 250? You don't want that. You want to be able to get something at the 150, 160, 170 that's going to be 225, 250 in about 5 months. All right, here it is. It is 140. And their treasury market value is 92 million. See, look here, 125 million deposited. Risk-free assets is 73 million. Okay, that's the number we want. Risk-free is 73 million. That's still a good number. 88% is staked, and their runway is 200 days. That's 6 months. We can live with 6 months. Hector Bank, Hector Pro still coming. Let's go with this bonding. I want to see what the bonding action occurred. This is very interesting. So when the coin price goes down, the bonding percentage went down. That's no fun. They're because that's where people need to go. But the 4-4 I like. Let's see what the 1-1 looks like. 1-1, they're still doing the same percentages. So here we are, 7 mil, 7 mil, 6 mil. Yeah, all right. So let me see. Captain J's still in the house. All right, we have Gary White in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Thank you so much for being here with the icon next to your name. He says, good evening, SSN family, which is his tagline. And he says, let's get it while we can. He's got exactly right with the icon next to his name. Thank you so much once again, Gary White, that you're here. I was talking about SSN lifestyle. I know it's Christmas. I know all kind of things are happening. But in about a week, we're going to be talking about an opportunity to make an investment in SSN Lifestyle Ring of Fire, ladies and gentlemen. So there's only certain people, Founders Club members, they will be the first to have an opportunity for this. Everybody else, you're going to have to wait and see. Maybe the Founders Club members are the only ones that wanted to invest enough, and you might be left out. So again, if you're going to do anything and you want to have this residual income potentially and equity income and some deals that's going to go down the road, you might want to be in the Founders Club or Premier Club or any of the memberships, but Founders Club is number one. Keep that in mind. So thank you so much for being here, Gary White. I appreciate all things crypto. I love it. Exactly, Melanie Bonita. Always learning, ladies and gentlemen. Remember that. Always learning. Evening, Gary W. Peace. I have many different programs from various lenders, and it won't all be on the website. I don't have time to put up all the changes. They come in as things are moving fast in this period. Yes, it's moving awfully fast. Wilson K. Opportunities signals are lighting up for what Eric has been talking about. Thank you so much, Wilson K., because that's what we're talking about. Look, what happened before the Great Recession? What's happening with Wilson Crew right now? There's all the signs. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to open your eyes and you have to look objectively. If you know what happened in 1920s, right? The roaring 20s. What do you think happened between 2010 up until 2021? Even now, the stock market roaring, right? Bull market, all right? But there's certain things that happened in the 1920s. So what happened is tariff wars, for one. It was known as isolationism. That's what they tried to do, you know, like America First kind of stuff, where you're having these tariff wars against everybody around the world. You know what that does? That stops trade from going back and forth. We need money from outside of your country to come into the country and make investments. Vice versa. You can't have your citizens all of a sudden paying $100 for something, and then they wake up the next day and that same thing costs $120 because you have a tariff war. That right there causes inflation. All right. So they did that too in the 1920s. All right. So you guys getting it? The tariff wars, got that, right? Check. All right. Also, the Federal Reserve had to bail out the United States government. That's how the feds got their paws into this situation. All right. All of this is money printing now. They didn't do that then, but money printing now to offset it. So all these things are wrapping up, and you have a stock market that's been running rampant, all-time highs, same with 1920s to the 30s. All of it's repeating itself all over again. One difference, crypto didn't exist. All right? So just keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. And you all know what happened in the 1930s. That's called the Great Depression. You didn't live it then, but like I said, my grandmother, I'll give the story because there's people that are new here. I'm sitting there as a kid, and my grandmother and their friends are talking. And it struck me as odd, even till this day. That's why I always remember it, because I'm not thinking anything of it. I was told by my parents, hey, go down and open a bank account. Put savings in there. You'll earn interest on your money. They were right. Interest rates used to be 6%, 8%, whatever. So I'm sitting there as their friends come walking up. They just got off work, and one of her friends says, I just came from the bank and deposit my paycheck in there. My grandmother, their other 2, 3, 4 friends all said, whoa, what are you doing? What do you mean you put your money in a bank? They steal your money. I'm like, what the heck are they talking about? Well, they grew up in the Great Depression when bank closed and said, so sorry, you don't have no money? Tough luck. We're not open for a bank holiday now. Maybe 3 days later, come back. Maybe a month later, come back. Maybe we're not going to let you withdraw ever. That's why their point of view was a bank was evil. What do you mean you put your money in a bank? You can't trust those people. So again, you already know the history of America. Some of you don't. John Ruck is in the house. John Ruck is in the house that does gold and silver stacking. A lot of you might do gold and silver stacking. But how many of you know that in the 1930s during the Great Depression, the government said, oh, ho, ho, you got some gold? We need it. In fact, it's illegal. You can't have it anymore unless you got these stupid collector numismatic coins, but that's dicey. So that's why most people started putting gold in jewelry. Right? Now you're getting the picture. That's right. Land of the free, ladies and gentlemen. Gold, illegal. That's right. Our government. You heard. Come on now. I'll hold on. Let me just pull this up. 1933. Let's see. I think that's when it was, somewhere in there. Yeah, that's it. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Some of you don't get this yet. All right. Oblivious, right? Executive Order 6102 required all persons to deliver on or before May 1st, 1933, all but a small amount of gold coin, gold bullion, and gold certificates owned by them to the Federal Reserve in exchange for $20. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Give your gold for some freaking worthless paper. That's it exactly. All right. Now, this is incredible. Incredible. So for like 35, 40 years, it was still illegal like that. Oh yeah, don't think you're immune because you have silver either. All right? Don't think you're immune. Don't think you're immune from that either. Here we go. Do I have this up on the screen? Okay. Let me see if we can pull this one. Oh, sorry. Hold on a second. We'll go with that gold, silver illegal 1934. Because people were like, yeah, no worries. I'll just do it a different way. August 9th, 1934. Roosevelt implemented the seizure of all silver situated in the continental United States with Executive Order 6814. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? You thought you're immune because you have silver, hey? All right. Keep playing. Keep playing. Like I said, land of the free isn't land of the free until you find out about hard times. All of a sudden, you're getting your stuff confiscated, liquidated, your bank account stolen, gold, silver, precious metals stolen. All of that comes into play. And I'll just say this. A lot of people know about Venezuela. And people go, oh, Venezuela this, Venezuela that, right? Venezuela did the same thing. Same exact thing. Give us your gold and silver. Be a patriot. But here's the thing. Again, this is supply and demand. So let me ask you something. If you have a country that's right next to Venezuela, you're a gold and silver dealer, and you know the Venezuelan government is confiscating their citizens' gold and silver. So their citizen, the Venezuela citizen, comes to your country, and you know gold is what? $1,800 an ounce. Silver's $23 an ounce, right? But you know it's trying to be confiscated in their country. How much are you going to pay the Venezuelan citizen that just slept across the border ounces of gold and silver? You're going to give them $1,700 an ounce for their gold or $23 an ounce for their silver? Hell no. You know good and well you're not. You're just going to go, I'll give you $800 or whatever number you want to make it. Because they can't go and sell it or take it back to their country. It'll get confiscated. See what I'm saying? So again, it all's based on supply and demand. I know. There's people here saying they're using gold and flakes and all that to buy stuff. But I'm like, so what? So what? Does nobody any good. And nobody with the gold and silver that's stacking in America or around the world, you're not rushing down to Venezuela to go buy any properties or go buy up the country because you're bringing in gold and silver, because it would be confiscated. So see, everything's not equal, but there is some things that are equal. And those things are, if they have a US dollar component, you know a US dollar is the world currency. So you need to be in US dollars or have assets that are based on US dollar assets, real estate, right? Businesses, stocks. That's where you got to stay. All right. Oh my, we have a donation from Larry Love, $10 donation. Thank you so much. I humbly appreciate the donation. And he has the icon supporting the channel. Thank you so much, man. Just keep opening your mind. It's a blessing. Being in sales for 15 years, your enthusiasm is contagious. Got to say thank you. Thank you so much, Larry Love. I appreciate that. John Ruck, dial up weird noises. Yeah, I know, man. It was crazy. Yeah, that's funny. Larry Love, cool. John Ruck, yes. Larry Love, thanks for the donation. So people will be able to pay with crypto on your Shopify site if I connect it to my unstoppable domain. That is exactly possibly correct. I can't say for sure because I have never set up anything on for the .crypto domains that I have. I can't say for sure, but in theory, I don't know, because it's not the same HTTPS, I'm not thinking. So therefore, I don't know if I can forward to that domain using a .com. So I don't know. And that's something to think about. Yo, 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 I'm in the cockpit. Okay, real quick, let me show you. Check this out. Oh, Captain J, you're not the family member yet with the panoramas because they're sold out. But I wanted to show you something on the panoramas. Here we go. Let me do this real quick. This is what Mr. Estacio sent over, and I'm gonna get off here real quick. Let me see. I'm gonna have to get off, but I'm gonna show you this. We'll go here. Let me see. Where's this video? Here's this video. It's only like 15 seconds.
Good morning, Rick. I'm here with Manoy. They starting the construction of Panorama Garden. So we're here in the land right now. Just to let you know, my friend. This is Lake.
So I just want to show you once again, I'm feeling good. I have to admit, because that's Panorama Garden, Panorama Lake. You saw how close it was. And so I will show this. I showed everybody earlier, but since you just came, and I don't think you got anything over there yet, but like I said, your window of opportunity for the deals, it's slowly closing up because the demand in the market, in case you didn't hear me, the beach is getting like 4 sales a day. And they're not buying the 1-bedroom units. They're buying 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, and penthouse units. And those aren't cheap. It's incredible. Nobody's even buying the 1-bedroom unit. Everybody's buying a 3-bedroom or a penthouse. They got like 12 people, and out of 12 people that bought in the last 3 days, one person bought a 2-bedroom. Everybody else bought a 3-bedroom or a penthouse, and the penthouse is $400K. That's incredible. So anyhow, let me show you the next video. Not video. It's just a picture. Where's the picture at? Here we go. I'm going to show you this picture right here. And so they were driving in that white sanded area that they're going to clear out for, I guess, Panorama Gardens. So you can see how close this is. So anybody that has a panorama, you're in luck because you have a pass. You can come across to here, just like these guys at the lakes can go across to the white sand area, which is going to be Panorama Garden, Panorama Park area. And then, of course, on the water where there's Panorama Luxury, that's where you also can go hang out if you're an owner there. So that's going to be pretty awesome. I can't say enough. Like somebody said, Miss Comagate, Vanessa Comagate said, yeah, I'm going to have to go get that Eric Bird Boulevard inside Vista Cana. That's it. All right. Having trouble purchasing heck. I need assistance. Laverne Penneck. Okay. Let me know what you mean by having trouble. All right. First things first. The easiest way to do this is make sure you have USDT at KuCoin or at gate.io, because then you can exchange your USDT into FTM. Then you can send your FTM directly to your MetaMask on the Phantom network. Now, talk to me about where you're having the problem, because after that, you're going to have to import at at MetaMask. Then you're just going to go to Spooky Swap. And at Spooky Swap, you're going to hit add heck token. So it's going to add the heck token, whether you're using MetaMask or Trust Wallet or whatever you're using. It'll add the heck token. So then you swap FTM into heck. But you leave a little bit of heck. You do not do max. You got to leave a little bit of FTM in your MetaMask, because that's your gas fees when you stake and approve. So you swap at Spooky Swap your FTM into heck, and then you go to hectordao.com, and then you approve the amount of heck, and then after that replenishes itself, it comes up, you restart the page, and then it will show the amount of heck, and then you'll say, okay, let me stake it. Now you can do 100% on that. So you stake your heck, and then again, you refresh the page. Done. That's the easiest way to do it, in my opinion. Joshua Felder might think it's easier to bridge, but in my opinion, I'm willing to give up the 30, 40 or whatever bucks it cost me, because that's a direct route. Let me know what you need. Laverne Penix with the icon. No problem. Miracle Bro, new subscriber here. I'm 25, new to everything crypto. Where do I start learning? Can anyone point me in the right direction to start, please? Miracle Bro, down below. First, get your free $10 from Coinbase. If you haven't already, the link is down below. Sign up with Robinhood and Webull. You'll also get your free $5 of Shiba from Webull, which is also a stock market app. You probably heard of them. You can go there if you haven't downloaded them yet. Also at Coinbase, and for everybody else, they teach you about other cryptos, and they're willing to pay you. Like now, it's up like $3. I think most of the time it's $3 in crypto for every lesson that you learn. They give it to you in $1 increments. So there's some more free crypto you can learn about. Now, that's just for starters, because you're not going to learn much on Coinbase other than some new tokens that come out, and then they give you some $3 or $5 in that for their coin. Now, the other part to this is watch some of the videos that I have on the channel for crypto, because now there are these Hector, like I'm showing it on the screen right now, Miracle Bro. Okay. So let me see if I have Hector DAO up here. Let's see. Okay, so here's something here. This is what we call the DAOs. In fact, on Olympus, Ohm, which is a thing that has just come up in the last 7 months. And now it's like wildfire, because Ohm has the, they're the granddaddy, I guess, right now. I think they're the oldest. So here's the new guys. So let me whet your appetite a little bit, because they have calculators on these sites now. And here's what happens if you, let's see, S-Hex. So let's call it 1. So the heck price is 141. So let's say you sent over $142 of heck, and that's what you're able to stake. So it's only a small amount, right? So we're going to use their current APY, current, everything's current. So look at the power of this compounding. Every 8 hours, you receive a reward. Remember, every 8 hours, you receive a reward. Look at what happens to your 141 after a month, 30 days. It's now 274. Some of you might say, well, Eric, that's not a lot. Well, I'll say this, 142 is not a lot either to make an investment on. But if they're able to keep this up, look at what happens when we get up to, I'll just go 3 months out, 90 days, right? 3 months. Here's what your number is, 1,000. That is pretty good for 3 months. Now we're going to get into some crazy stuff. Yes, there's a video about Hector DAO. We actually have a live stream, a 5-hour live stream, which is a record when we have Prometheus, who talks for Hector DAO. I like to call him a press agent. Mr. Financial calls him a co-founder. I don't know what the man is, but he's spending an awful lot of time. And we had him on for 1 hour and 20 minutes. He was on, and then we talked 4 hours after that for the record. So you can search the channel for Hector DAO to help you out. Here's what happens at 6 months. $7,500. Okay, so you might be going, Eric, that's not life-changing. Well, I'll say it's life-changing. If 6 months from now you can put in $145 and you got $7,000, that's pretty good. Hell, that's the price of some Jordans these days. I hate to admit it. I mean, that's the price of clothes. That's the price of going out to a party on a Friday night and at a club. All of these things that people waste money on, they could put a little bit here and let it ride and see what happens. Now, watch some magic at around 290. This is why I want the 270 rather. I want the 9 months. If you can get 9 months, $54,000 on a $140 investment, that's insanity. This is all too good to be true. I realize it. Now, let's go for the creme de la creme. 1 year from now, December 1st, let's call it. These guys are still operating. They still have an APY in the hundreds of thousands, which that's yet to be seen. Look at this. Let's just get stupid. $445,000 off of a $142 investment. That is the reason why crypto is beginning to get very, very powerful. So hopefully that explains it a little bit, Miracle Bro. But again, I have several crypto videos. You can check it out on the channel. Then after that, down below in the description, below those videos, I sometimes have the Twitter feed for these crypto projects. So therefore, you can always learn a little more. I sometimes have the Discord group also there. Speaking of Discord group, hold on. We got to start to stop struggling now, Discord, don't we? Don't we? We do. We do. Okay. Here goes in the chat room. Discord group. Hopefully the link's still good. Stop struggling now, Discord group. We got to start having some members sign up there only because that's real time as well. Captain J just departed. So hopefully he saw that panorama. 3-3 is better right now for staking and heck. 3-3. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Because the 5-day rate is way better than the 4-day because you're probably 11-12%. So that is definitely going to be a higher number. I agree with you, Joshua Felder. Wilson Koo, welcome, Miracle B. Thank you so much for that. Joshua Felder, many will get really wealthy during the chaos transfer. And, of course, many will be super poor. Get ready. It's coming. Exactly, Joshua Felder. I 100% agree. This window of opportunity is the largest in history, and even a little will get you a lot more than your bank account. Exactly. If they don't know the history, they better find out. Exactly, Melanie Benita. That's exactly right. That act still exists and can be enacted anytime. Exactly, Wilson Koo. He's referring to the gold and silver acts and all that. Anytime it could be enacted, and they got it on the books. This is why a lot of older people that were older actors and everything. That's Elizabeth Taylor. People were like she was eccentric with jewelry. Well, it all stemmed from the fact that the United States government did this gold and silver confiscation, so people turned it into jewelry. That was some part of it, because when you live in a time when your government is willing to take your money, take your gold, take your silver, you all of a sudden start changing up a little bit. You're not so secure. I can't blame anyone. That's why you put your gold and silver in a trust now. Yeah, you are right, Miss Bonita. Yeah, there's a lot going on that American citizens are oblivious to. Own nothing, control everything. That's exactly right. Melody Bonita says it best. I might need to put some crypto in a trust too. Exactly. You will. Just bury and hide it. I would never tell anyone where it is and never turn it in. John Ruck. Yeah, that's the problem. You wouldn't turn it in and you would bury it. But guess what? That means all the money you spend is worthless because you can't ever break it out. So imagine 1934, 1933, up until around 70, somewhere in there. That's 40 years. So if you're already 30, 40 years old, remember, people didn't always live. The average age used to be in the 60s. Just in the last 30, 40 years, when people went on that health kick and fitness kick, that people now live to be in their 80s, like routinely. So just keep in mind, you don't have 40 years to wait while you buried this stuff and it's worthless. Because at that point, it's worthless. You can't break it out. You can't sell it. It's not like you can get on a plane with it. Think about it. So I'm just saying, which brings up a whole nother thing. A lot of American citizens do not know that when you put a custody, so a lot of people don't have gold, silver at their house. They take it and give it to a custody place, just like a safe deposit box. You guys might want to Google what happens when the United States government raids a box. They just don't raid one. They take everybody's stuff. Then they tell them that they have to prove that it's theirs. And not only that, they're threatening people to put them in jail because they're saying you're money laundering and doing some other nefarious activities. Similar with what they say about crypto. All right. So keep all this in mind when you start saying everything is cool. Like I said, there's an exit strategy for everything. That's how you should think. And locking yourself into one sector or one thing, and you're thinking, okay, I'll just do this. There's a response from some other people for everything you do. So that's why I say you got to put yourself in the most flexible position. If you're willing to give up your money, then you better have money somewhere else. If you're willing to give up your house, then you better have a house somewhere else. That's all I'm trying to tell you, right? So you don't make it easy where if you're cut off, like for instance, let's go full circle here. A lot of you don't know what happened with Cuba because that happened a long time ago. But there used to be Vegas casinos on Cuba. Fidel Castro, the guy that said, yeah, we're freeing the people and all that, right? Well, guess what happened? They confiscated the casinos, right? As many people now know, years later, you don't know Cuba as being any tourist, luxurious casino place. Well, they confiscated them, turned them into nothing. And for 40, 50 years, Cuba's been nothing, still nothing. Not to say the people aren't great and all that, but the fact of the matter is their country, they were never allowed to do anything financially and turned it into communism. Crazy. Nonsense. And to this day, you can go get some very cool 1950 cars over there. That's craziness. So don't put your government or those powers that be, don't put them out there like they might not do something to you. They will if it gets bad enough. All right, send it to Canada and we'll hodl it for you. That's funny. Miracle Bro started listings for research, Coin Market Cap, Coin Gecko, Live Coin, Watch. There we go. Professor Auntie Val chiming in. Thanks for that, Miracle Bro. Started the listings for research, Coin Market Cap. That helps. Coin Gecko, Live Coin. She's got it. And watch it. Don't start with crypto Twitter. I said go to Twitter. All right. Oh, what she also should mention is don't go for the pump and dumps. Don't go for when somebody goes, hey, this is the newest coin. You should go get this Floki. This is the newest coin. Go get that Satoshi. Go get that whatever. Doggy coin. Don't just do your own research. Take your time. Time is not of the essence. There are always deals in crypto with more to come because what's going to be the future hasn't been formed yet. And there's always somebody out here that's going to form a new market in the crypto space because there's so much to do in it. It's going to happen. Diesel Mike is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. We're 2 hours and 25 minutes in. And he's here with the icon. He has his tagline. Good evening, Eric and SSN family. Good evening to you too, Diesel Mike. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Joshua Felder, El Salvador is buying a crap ton of BTC. Chaos is coming. Exactly. The only thing is, let me know if Professor Val's in the house also with the crypto. Let me know what you guys think about this El Salvador buying tons of BTC. Because BTC is actually not a transactionable currency. So that's why I'm kind of baffled. Why BTC? Because it's not like that you can only do 7 transactions a second on the block. So I'm not understanding why they chose BTC other than they're, thinking in their head it's a store of value, but is it really? So that is weird to me. Because I'm not following how we're going to do transactions. So we'll see. But chaos is already here, actually. Evening, Diesel Mike from Wilson K. Joshua Feld, amazing time we live in. Exactly. Hey, it's no more amazing than 1899, 1905, before when you saw cars driving around and people were like, get that thing out of here. What do you mean? We're using steam. What are you talking about? You're going to try and use gas. Forget about it. It's not going to work. You might as well stick with the steam, the coal, the wood, this gas stuff. Forget it. And then when Henry Ford said, you know what? You guys are building everything by hand, doing it, taking your time. I'm going to make an assembly line. So every person has a little piece. Now we just do 1 minute, 2 minute, 5 minute increment down the line, done. And all of a sudden, manufacturing, industrial revolution, born, boom. And then, of course, World War II, actually, World War I and World War II expedited industrial revolution. Have to be changed. You got to manufacture, you got to stamp out aluminum and steel and create products that are for war machine. Create vehicles and Jeeps and tanks and all this stuff, right? So you have to understand there's always a revolution, just like in the computers. In the late 80s, early 2000s, we had a dot-com bust in 2000. Nobody knew. Google, Yahoo, Netscape were the browsers. Google was not number one. Yahoo arguably was number one. Yahoo and Netscape. As it shook out, Google ends up being the search engine of choice by everybody. But nobody would have known that in 1999, 2000, 2001. If you would have said Google's going to be number one, everybody would have been like, what are you talking about? Yahoo's going to be number one is what everybody would have probably said. And now we know what happened. This is the same thing that's going to happen here. There's going to be a consolidation and the big boys are going to win. How many of you know Apple should have went out of business in the mid 90s? You guys didn't know about that, right? Because they're a shining star right now for ever since their iPhones. So most people don't associate with them as a failed business. But how many of you would have believed if I tell you now, it's true, you can Google it, Bill Gates, the competitor, Microsoft, gives Apple a loan so they can stay afloat and stay in business? How many people know that? That's right. They were competitors. One did the Windows, which was Microsoft. Apple did their iOS. There was a fight. Which one's going to work? Well, what people don't know is iOS actually was about to lose. Okay? So this is what's going to happen now with the crypto, with the DAOs, with the metaverse. You're living in incredible times because you have so many opportunities, not just one like before. You have so many opportunities across several different landscapes. And so, what was it? I'm gonna see when it was, 1990s. I'm gonna pull this up so you guys can see this, because we deal with facts around here. So you guys know. There we go. Here, I'll pull it up for you in case you guys don't know. I just Googled it up. So it was 1997 in August. Gates stepped in and saved Apple, which at the time was on brink of bankruptcy. So there it is, $150 million. Steve Jobs announced it on stage at his first appearance as Apple CEO to boos from the audience. Can you imagine the Apple people who did not want to have anything to do with Microsoft would not have done the deal? Apple would not be here. iOS, Microsoft would be number one. Well, they might still be number one. I don't know who's number one and number two. But the point of the matter is, Apple would not even be here if it wasn't for Bill Gates putting in and did you guys notice $150 million? He didn't just give them 3 million, 5 million, $150 million. So his competitor could be around. Is that incredible? Incredible. I can get you set up to accept crypto in your online store. Wilson K coming to the rescue. That's coming down the pipe soon. That's right. You got some investors doing that already. I love that. Lagos in Africa are building rentals too. Exactly, Joshua Felder. Hey, you know what? It's going to happen. It's going down. The rentals is going to be all over the world because the whole world it's a global economy. So there's only so much money that the top is going to be able to keep, but they're keeping a large percentage of it. Wilson Koo, good evening from Diesel Mike. Yeah, I made $50 watching videos on Coinbase and others. Exactly, John Ruck. Exactly. And you never know. Sometimes it goes up a little bit. Buffering, John Ruck. Okay, thank you. I'm getting almost 2 HEC coins per day with rebasing free crypto. Yes, exactly, Joshua Feller. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm like, whether the price goes down, you're still getting coins. So the fact of the matter is, if the price goes down and you're still getting rebases, meaning coins, does the price really go down? What would have to happen is catastrophic. 80 to 90% drop in coin price. So like we're going to use this 140. The coin price would have to drop to something like $20, right? In order for you to be like, damn, I lost money, because it's still rebasing every 8 hours, giving me rewards. So I'm getting, like, if he's getting 2 HECs every day, that's 60 HECs. 60 HECs times $100, 600. What is that? 6,000. So see what I'm saying? That's 6,000 HEC. 6,000 HEC, right? I mean, my numbers are off. $6,000. 60 HEC times 100, let's say. That's $6,000. So if the price dropped to 100, he still made 60 HEC. So he's still going to be above water. That's why these DAOs are very powerful. And people don't realize it. The mathematics makes sense. And I should have mentioned this earlier. These DAOs, they're backed by something. Unlike the dollar bill, their treasury actually has money. So it's backed by actual money. So it's not just out here willy-nilly like paper money. Wilson K. from Kevin O'Leary. Crypto has really grown to a point now where you're forced to either adapt or sink. Exactly. That's what's going to happen. And you got about another year, ladies and gentlemen, year and a half, because this is going to start shaking out. As soon as they figure out how to cross-chain pretty easily and do all that, that's when it's a wrap. So like right now is the best time to take risk and get in for small amounts. But as soon as they're able to get onboarding, easy exchange, easily to get coins, any coin. Like right now, if you could go buy heck at any place, I'll just use Coinbase for US citizens. If you could buy heck at Coinbase, and you could buy time, Coinbase, you could buy Ohm, Coinbase. You know what these DAOs would have? They wouldn't just have market caps of the top two over $1 billion. They would be in the tens of billions. It's just the fact that people can't onboard easily and get that coin easily. They can't stake it that easily. So then when that happens over the next less than a year, that's when more millions of people are going to be coming in. And just think about this. Let's just say you had another 50 million people, and those 50 million people each have only $100 to spend. Start thinking about it, ladies and gentlemen. 50 million times 10 is 500 million, right? So start thinking in these numbers. Billions of dollars could be coming in if people are able to do things easily. It's coming, and it'll be less than a year. Stop Struggling Now Discord group. I put it in chat, ladies and gentlemen, so you can check it out. All right. Quick Easy Funds are on Discord. There we go. QuickEasyFunds.com, Quick Easy Funds, Discord. Wilson K. Facts, Adapter, Sync. Exactly. Lana B. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Thank you so much for being here once again. Nice to see you. Thank you and welcome. American cars were left behind because the rich got kicked out when Fidel got pissed. All those cars were left and Cubans had maintained them so well despite not having parts from U.S. Exactly. XRP, Saver, Antioch. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. I agree with you. XRP, the savior. I don't know about the savior, but what we do know is, because I know Joshua Felder's going to put this in the chat room, because ISO 2022, the federal government, ladies and gentlemen, here you go. Federal government, pay attention to these coins. Pay attention. XRP, XDC, XLM, IATA. Okay, keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. You might want to have those Joshua facts. Exactly. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see, Melanie Benita. I knew that Apple was going to go out of business back then. Yep, exactly. And they came out of the shadows. 150 million. That's not cheap money right there. 150 million to give to your competitors so they stay around. That's crazy. Lycos SG. Yeah, exactly. Diesel Mike in 2000. Yep. Lycos, Ask Jeeves, Yahoo, AOL were bigger than Google back then. Exactly. Google wasn't even on the map. Netscape was bigger than Google. That's how funny that is. One of the degrees is in IT. One of my degrees is in IT. That's back when I was in the industry, Melanie Benita then. She knows what time it is. She's back from the old school geek squad. Yes, Yahoo was the big cheese. In 2002, they passed over buying YouTube and other tech giants. Exactly. That's exactly the point. Blockbuster, Yahoo, all these guys, they're making money, and they didn't want to make a little bit of investment based on their market cap. They said, nah, it's not going to be anything. And look what happens. Incredible. This is the same thing that you do. So again, we don't all pick winners. We can't pick them all. In fact, we're going to pick losers too. There's just no way around it. So all you're going to do is do your due diligence, do your best, try to invest, and then sit back and say, that's what my mind, I made it up. I think it's going to work out. That's how you feel about an investment. All right. That's how investments work. You cannot win them all. Even the people with the most money can't win them all. All right. And it will cost a merchant no fees to be paid in crypto. I love it. I love it. Lots of love. We never know. Future Yahoo had a chance to buy Google for $1 billion. That's right. Everybody gets bailed out on the journey. Yahoo made a mistake. Yahoo made huge mistakes. Huge. They were like number one, arguably. I mean, there was AOL, there was Yahoo, Netscape. There was browser wars, meaning just like we have Chrome browser, and there was search engine wars. At the same time, Yahoo had it, AOL and Yahoo had it going on. AOL sold, I don't remember who they sold to. Was it Disney or somebody? Crazy nonsense. No mesh, no work, no nothing. But the thing is, Yahoo could have bought everybody, and they didn't. I don't understand. It was just craziness. Similar, Nintendo is responsible for creating their biggest competitor, Sony. Exactly. The PlayStation was a concept add-on for the Super Nintendo. Exactly. Nintendo backed out of the deal and Sony kept developing. He's got it exactly right. Exactly. Nintendo was number one. They put out Admiral. Sony, even though they made nice electronics and all that, Sony was willing to work with these guys. Sony was just like, okay, you guys are already out. Let's roll. And Nintendo's like, what the heck? Oh, my God. Yeah, exactly. It's incredible how things happen. And see, you guys, when you know history of how businesses were made and things happen, nobody right now would be going, Nintendo and PlayStation work together, right? Just like what happens with the Samsung phone and Apple, you guys know they work together, right? They put Apple gets Samsung parts and puts in their phones. I mean, this is just crazy stuff. So see, when you're thinking they're competitors, which they are, in some cases, these guys could have bought each other out and didn't. It's crazy. How often do you recommend unstaking and pulling out their interest from Heck DAO? Melanie Benita, I can't recommend. I can give suggestion, yes. So there's a couple of ways to think about this. If you're saying you want some revenue streams from it, then I will go with 15 to 20%, like once a week to take out, because then you're not taking out the whole amount and you still have a profit, and that profit is still rebasing. So I would go with the 15, 20% coming out every week. That's all I would say about it. I don't have any other things in my head or numbers that make sense. Because if you take out what a lot of people are doing, where they make an investment, let's call it 1,000, doesn't matter what the investment is. As soon as they get their initial investment number, they withdraw all of it. And so I'm sitting there like, okay, that could have been a month. That could have been a month and a half. That could be 2 months. So you're taking 2 months worth of gains and withdrawing it all out and then saying, I'm playing with house money. Well, that's one way to do it. That I don't really agree with the DAOs, because the DAOs grow exponentially. So every month that you have it in, it's just what I showed with the 141. The 141 at 30 days is like 277. The 141 was what, 180. 6 months ends up being 7,500. But if I would have taken out the 141 at 30 days, then that 8-month number would not happen. So now it's going to take me another month or two to get that back. So that's why I have a hard time with these DAOs. I'm like, let it sit for 9 months. Well, it gets, 7 to 9 months, but 9 months, if you can let it sit for 9 months, then I start making some moves. Otherwise, 15 to 20% is what I say every week. That's it. I don't have any other recommendation. Maybe Auntie Val or somebody else can chime in. Curtis Davis, wow, Nintendo failed. No, they didn't really fail, but they failed. They kind of did, because PlayStation, as everybody knows, PlayStation, John Ruck, we stacking pew-pews now and the metals that go in them. Hey, keep going up in price and harder to find. Yes, they're going up, harder to find, but yeah. Here, let me go to AppMax. Let's go check this out. Prices. So gold is going to be what? 17 something and silver 23. Let's see what it is. There we are. There we are. Gold 1785, silver 2241, close. John Ruck, there's premiums on here, and also silver and gold were higher just 6 months ago. So, I mean, it's treading water here for the last year. I think it was $20 an ounce for silver and 17. You know what? Why guess? A year ago. So there's no movement on here. Meanwhile, the stock market goes up 20%, 30% over the year. This is why I have a problem with this. This is just like, I don't understand. You're locking up money. So look, 1872 last year, a year ago. It's under that now. So while the stock market did 28%, cryptos did hundreds of thousands of percent. And look at this, $28. Hold on, that's 6 months ago. $24 a year ago, $22. So any of that money that you used to stack and hold lost value. And meanwhile, everything else went up. Real estate, crypto, stocks, all assets increased except gold and silver. And it makes sense. Again, I say buy a little bit, but I'm like, that's a whole lot of money going into these things, especially when somebody's buying an ounce of gold at 1,700, add a premium to it, 1,800. You could have put, now we're in a situation where 1,800 in a Hector DAO or an Olympus or a Wonderland Time, that makes no sense for me to put it in the ground. I don't have to bury it. I don't have to watch it. I don't have to carry it in case of bad times. And now I'm earning something off of that 1,800 every 8 hours. Now, price does fluctuate, but so does the gold and silver. Like I said, the gold and silver has lost value, even though inflation is 15% over the last year. So how come gold and silver is not going up? We know the answer. It's manipulated. All right, 2 hours, 47 minutes in, ladies and gentlemen. Please smash the like button. And if you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel and click the all notification bell. So anyhow, that's my little bitch about the gold and silver. It just doesn't make economic sense in today's environment. While my food costs me damn near 100% more, while my gas costs me 20 to 30% more, while my utilities cost 20% more, 15 to 20% more, while my everything is costing me 10, 20, 30, 50, 100% more. How am I supposed to you might as well just put this money in a bank that you're putting in gold and silver. Doesn't make any sense. I know somebody's going to tell me, Eric, hey, when this thing crashes, look. I'm like, okay. I'm just going to point out that's what people said in the 1920s too, when they were hoarding gold and silver. And then the government said, we got a twist for you. Right? Venezuela, same thing. Government said, we got a twist for you. Argentina, same thing when they collapsed. We got a twist for you on this gold. So everything that the people say for gold and silver doesn't make any sense. In reality, I'm like, when did anything ever happen? The only thing that happened in gold and silver is 1980 and 2010 and 11, 12. Over the last 40 years, 2 events. That's it. And those 2 events, it wasn't like earth-shattering, so to speak. So gold goes up to, well, where it is now, So it's not like it's earth shattering. And for the last 50 years, gold and silver has been manipulated. If you add on inflation, silver should be over like $100,000 an ounce. It's crazy. I did the numbers. I'm like, this is so much manipulated. It's ridiculous. And now that we have the advent of crypto, no, why would you put it in the ground with the gold? Because now people, if the economy goes down, people are going to put their money in crypto, I believe, before they're going to buy gold and silver. And there's not even enough gold and silver anyhow, which actually, since there's no liquidity, again, it's mathematics. No liquidity means the price can't escalate because there's not enough to buy. There has to be enough to buy. So let's just say gold price goes, or silver or gold price goes up 50% more. So silver or gold goes up to, forget that. Gold goes from 1,800 to 5,000 an ounce. Silver goes from 22 to 100 or 200 an ounce. Okay, people holding it, they're the ones that's going to have to sell it because there's no other liquidity. So now you're going to have enough sellers. If you have enough sellers, inherently that means more sellers means price goes down. So that's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't add up from economic standpoint. Meanwhile, I got to carry this stuff around and I got to go meet people at my own risk. And I got to worry about if I'm a buyer or seller. A buyer, I got to worry about if this stuff is fake. I mean, there's all kind of issues if that's going to be a commodity or something I'm going to use. That's all I'm trying to say. I have a lot of things to say about this. Every big tech eventually loses. Exactly, Curtis Davis. Salesforce One, the biggest tech company, buys every competitor. Not sure it's working out, but its share price suffers. Exactly. Because they're spending cash and not receiving any profits or return on that investment. They're pulling this nonsense that they did in the late 90s and late 80s and early 90s and into the 90s, into the 2000s, where companies were merging, not really profitable, not making money, and then they would turn around and try to sell it. Nobody wants to buy it. Salesforce is making this freaking 30-year-old attempt at acquisition, just similar to what Warren Buffett has done over the last 50, 60 years. Different times calls for different measures. And especially in the tech business, I wouldn't be going out here buying all these tech companies. If you haven't learned anything from 2000s, that's not the way to do it. You need to have a working businesses, fundamental business. And it only costs a whole $1 to build an iPhone. If it's made in China, it could. That's funny. That's funny. Actually, I think the cost to build an iPhone is really like $300, something like that. So it's somewhere like that. And then they sell it in the US for over what, $1,200, $1,300, $1,400 or something. Just stupid. I just can't get with it. I just can't. It's too much. Thank you so much. Metals are getting hard to get and not going to change anytime yet. Exactly. That's exactly against the rules of supply and demand. That's what I keep saying about the metals. If you can't, and in fact, this works with the Dows as well, because we can't buy Hector. The same rules apply. We can't buy Hector, Olympus, and Time, and all them Dows so easily. So since we can't buy it so easily, the prices can't jump up astronomically. It's no liquidity. That's the problem. As soon as we change it to where you can just log into Coinbase, log into KuCoin, buy on BitTrue or whatever, and buy these coins and be on the network you need it to be on, it's a wrap at that point, because now the price is going to skyrocket. And the same rules apply with the gold and silver. If you can't get it, there is no supply and demand. The fundamentals are lost. And it's proving out exactly how it should. Since nobody can buy it, the price has to go down, because that means somebody either is going to have to sell theirs at a lower price. But remember, some people bought their gold and silver when it was half. Remember that in 2008 and 2009 and all that, it was half the price. So some people are still holding $10 silver. Some people are still holding the $1,200 gold, $1,000 gold. They're still holding it. And unfortunately, I'm just going to say again, if you were holding anything from 2009 to 2021, stock market averaging 10% per year, you would not have doubled your money. But if you were in the stock market, even if you had an index fund, you would have tripled your money, 20% almost every year, 15%. I mean, so it's kind of crazy to think about it. But yeah, 1,000, you would already have 3,000, and you would already be ahead of the inflation. As soon as you turn your fiat into gold and silver, if it doesn't keep up with inflation, then you're losing money, just like everybody else who puts their money in a bank. I'm just saying. Carl Leon King, interesting how this isn't talked about much. That's right. Thank you so much. That's it. Financial literacy, financial freedom. Once you know history, once you understand how things work, it's all based in a capitalist system on supply and demand for the lower tier. We're in the lower tier. If you're in the top 10%, the supply and demand doesn't hold true. The reason why is because you have a different financial system. You're able to borrow money, use other people's money. So therefore, it's a whole different thing where I'm sitting here making investments using my own money. These guys are making investments based on money that they're getting from the government, which is our tax money. So see, that's a whole different ball game. And so that's why things change. Do y'all know what pew-pews are? Pew-pews. Pew-pews. Hey, check this out. Here's what pew-pews are to me. You know, the ones when you go to that church. I got something to show you, got something to sell you. All right. That's funny stuff right there. Oh, man. All right. Where is this? I don't get it. Okay, John Ruck. Give me the pew-pews. Let's see where John Ruck's at. He mentioned it. Where's the pew-pews at? Here we go. Do y'all know what the pew-pews are? I would limit withdrawals to monthly or quarterly to lower the amount of taxable events. Professor Val, I like that you mentioned that. Professor Auntie Val, let me ask you something. So, do you think it's a taxable event if you got your, I'm going to use the Dows, it could be strong block too. So you earning your rewards and then you unstake and put it into the dominant token. So in other words, whether it's you unstake, put it back into strong, well, it's already strong. Unstake, put it back into heck, unstake, put it back into FTM. No, it'd be heck actually for Hector. If you unstake from Ohm, if you unstake from all these guys, that's not actually selling it. Do you think it is? Or because that's actually what a lot of tax people are counting as a taxable event, like you said. But I don't know if that's actually a taxable event yet. We're going to find out here, I guarantee you, in the next 6 months. Because they have a time clock. They're sitting there knowing exactly what I'm saying. They know when somebody put in 1,000 in these things, 9 months later, they could have $500,000. So they're going to figure out a way to tax this 300, 400, 500, 1,000, millions of dollars. And I don't think it's going to be pretty. So let me know what you think's a taxable event, because I think unstaking, I'm not thinking that's a taxable event. I didn't do anything as far as I know. and I didn't take it out either. So I think that at a court of law, I don't know how they're going to pass this, but let me know, just for our talk, let me know if you think that's a taxable event by unstaking. Now, she is right about one thing. So if we unstake and then we withdraw, that I think she means is a taxable event. And that is a taxable event as far as the way I look at it. So if I do take out, let's call it $500 it doesn't matter when it is, every quarter, every month, and I actually take it out, that's a taxable event for sure. I wasn't thinking about taking it out though. So I was trying to figure out what happens if you unstake it and then move it somewhere else. I wasn't even thinking about withdrawing. Withdrawing means automatic taxable. Hey, I have 11.26 Bitcoin and 54 ETH. I'm not buying any more gold and silver. Exactly. All money now is going into crypto and stocks. I wish I bought more Bitcoin when it was 400 when I go. Hey, John Ruck, you got what you needed at the time. That's all you can do. Everybody says, I wish I would have got more. But the fact of the matter is, everybody invests in real time. We don't get to go, into the future and then get to come back. So this is what's happening right now in crypto. A lot of people have every opportunity to invest in crypto, but they're saying the same thing. Just like everybody would think at 400 about Bitcoin. They're like, well, just like right now, there's Heck Coin 141. A lot of people are going, man, it dropped from 270. That means it's no good. Same thing is happening. People are like, and crypto, Bitcoin just dropped to what, 40 something from 60 something again. And people bailing on that, saying right now in real time, they're like, I'm not buying this at 50. I'm not even buying it at 48, 45. They don't care. But if it goes up to 75, now everybody says similar things like, man, I wish I would have bought it 50. So you have to go in real time. That's all you can do with investments. Don't beat yourself up. At least you're in. It is so much now, I cannot afford or get one. So I get fraction when it dips. Hey, dollar cost average works. Fractions work. 3 hours and 1 minute in, ladies and gentlemen. Please smash the like button. We're still here. We're still talking. We're here for members only chat. Not yet. But on Wednesday night live is members only chat with the icon, 8:50 p.m. and Friday at 9:10 p.m. Join us. Everybody's back in action and can chat. All right. Oh, hold on. What's this here? The gold and silver. I turned my buying way down on March 17, 2019 and sold 33.3% of it. Good man, John Ruck. Good man. Because in 2020, when the stock market did a crash, went down 40%, there was a buying opportunity for almost every stock. Every stock rose damn near. So if you would have bought anywhere near March, April, you would have been near the bottom and you would have been able to get 40, 50, 100, 150, 300, 400% on your money. So this is why I have a hard time with buying this black rocks, as these rocks. And it's almost like the tulips with this gold and silver. A lot of people don't like me talking about it, but that's the real deal. They are made in China. Yep, exactly. They're made in China. When I was in China for 5 weeks, I spoke at the sweatshop. I mean, factory that makes them. Oh, that's funny. Foxconn 3 years ago, it was really $1. Now it may be $3. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, I don't actually know the real cost. All I go by is what I read in the news, where they're saying it's like 300 or something. But nonetheless, it probably is that cheap because I don't know what their slave labor their cost is. They're a communist country. As far as I know, people show up, they have a little drinks and food, and go home because their housing is already provided for. So I don't know what it would cost in reality, which is kind of wild. But I do know this. The technology is sitting right there in another country that doesn't give a damn about intellectual property rights. That's the funnier part. That's the funniest. It is so much now I can't afford. Yep. The sweatshop. She made it out of China. I do not think I can say the word on YouTube. You can put it. No, you might. Well, I don't know. Put it in, John Ruck. Maybe there's still an emoji. Hold on. And you can put it in. Type it, man. I assume we were referencing withdrawals for conversion to USDT or USD. Yeah, exactly. I realized afterwards what you meant, Auntie Val. I wasn't even. I don't even think about withdrawing crypto. That's my whole thing. I'm like, nah, it's staying. I don't even care if it goes down. It just stay. In fact, I got crypto all over the place. I don't even know where it is. I got to get 2 computers down now to go look through them because I got crypto on those. It's funny. I never valued crypto at all. It's kind of funny. Yes, they are coming for crypto taxes, unstaking. Yeah, they're coming. All that money, each airdrop you receive is considered taxable income if it carries a value. That's incredible. Who is making up these rules? Because there is no tax rules on crypto, is there? Does anybody know if there's actually legitimate tax rules on crypto besides the normal one where you buy something and then once you withdraw that, that's a taxable event? Does anybody know about any other actual real taxable events, or is this all still talked about? Because I don't think they can do this real quick. James Way with the icon. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. And I think he's about to say something very important. Borrow against the crypto, use as collateral, never sell it. James Way, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Exactly. That's why I never even think of crypto as taking out. Like I said, I got crypto everywhere, but I never think about taking it out. Borrow against it, use that to make more crypto. You guys, we talked about this. In fact, the video I dropped today, number 3, arbitrage. S Kid talks about arbitrage at about 10-minute, 9-minute mark. This is not financial advice. He starts talking about, yeah, I borrowed. And then he's what I've been talking about for the last month as well, where I was saying you can borrow and then you restake the borrowed money, other people's money, and let that money make you more crypto. All right. So you make yourself have a loop. Even if the price goes down, it does not matter as long as you didn't do crazy stuff trying to borrow 60, 70% of the value of your collateral. You don't want to do that. Remember, wrapped staked coins that rebase every 8 hours are more valuable than anything else. If the house gets to keep your wrapped heck, let's say, all right, your wrapped stake heck, your wrapped time, your wrap memo, wrapped stake memo, if they get to keep that, they are getting the rebases every 8 hours. That thing's going up in value every 8 hours, theoretically, as long as the coin price stays at a certain level. So you don't want to give those up by doing something crazy like 70%, 60% loan to value, 50% loan to value. You don't want to do nothing like that. All right. It only cost me $940 to make 2 heck per day. No reason to withdraw, only compound. I got in early. That's right. Joshua Felder was in when it was $27 a coin, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, I think he got in before the 27 because he did the video or told us about it on a live stream, one of them gems that were dropped on a live stream. And then the next day, it was $27 after it went up to 60 or 70. Then it dropped to like 20, 27 when I looked at it. Then I was trying to figure out how to buy it. Then couldn't do it at the time. And the thing just skyrocketed up to next day. It was at 50, damn near. Then the next day, 75. Next day, hovered around that. Then the next day, it was over 100. And then it's all been over 100 ever since. And then it went to 2 something. It was crazy. So here we are still, and he got in so early that he was able to take profits. Basically, he's free rolling. Jeez. But it's beautiful. Still early, quite frankly. Metals that go in them, pews. Price went way up. Oh, I didn't know that. Wow. Oh, Pop. Of course they did. Oh, speaking of that, OLN is a stock, right? It's a Mr. Financial special. OLN. Let me see how it's been doing. We talked about this last year. Oh, yeah. Doing good. Yeah. This is the ammunition, chlorine, sodium. This is for survival. Last year, ladies and gentlemen, $22. We were talking about OLN before last year, probably over a year and a few months. So again, double our money. OLN. So you see, there's certain things, and so this is one of them. OLN is another. This is a stock. So see, we drop gems all the time. Even at 53, it's still good. Because when the economy goes down, ladies and gentlemen, survival gear, such as what OLN sells, is always going to be needed. And that's why the price has increased over the last year 139%. All right. So there's another stock for you. Make sure I add it to the have the crypto and name of trust account. Borrow on it. No tax event. You don't own but control. I don't know. I might have to argue with that. Because your trust is going to have an EIN and it's going to be treated. I think you're going to have to pay tax on it. I'm not sure. Again, we got to get a tax attorney, but James Way is pretty sure on this non-taxable event with the trust account. So that's going to be very interesting because they're not trying to do that with crypto. Janet Yellen is trying to do something that's unheard of. Unrealized capital gains tax. That is a slippery slope. I don't see it happening, but she's talking about it. They don't go home. At Foxconn, they live on campus. Oh, damn. Yeah, exactly. I'm not surprised by that. That is their home, right? It's a communist country. John R., that is hilarious. Yep. James Way, yep. That is the play. Exactly. Guess the vampire hunter is out of luck if he's paid in gold. I know it next, so I can borrow against it. Can I borrow from Heck and Dow? Well, not yet, Melanie Bonita, but Hector's coming out with Hector Bank. Then you'll be able to borrow. And that's going to create a whole nother storm for the governments. Because that thing about them, again, that bank thing, even if they didn't call themselves a bank, it doesn't really matter. The fact of the matter is when they say I'm going to allow you to borrow and I'm going to give you money with no credit check, no qualifying, and you could turn it into fiat if you need it, that's a problem. They're not going to like that. But the answer is okay. So you're thinking of Nexo, where yes, you can borrow against your crypto, but we can't we can't send Heck or Wrap Tech or Stake Heck to Nexo or Celsius or BlockFi. But when you can wrap Stake Tech, which is S-Heck. So you can wrap WS Heck is wrapped. Now you can borrow against the wrapped Heck. No credit check, no qualifying, just like Nexo and just like Celsius Network. And by the way, I think I have Celsius Network links down below. If you guys want to earn interest, APR annually, anywhere from 2% to, well, if you're international, 17%. All right. Around $33 per Heck when I made that video. There you go, Joshua Felder. And then it dropped to 27 the next day or during that time. I can't remember. You told us on a live. Then it dropped to 27 either the next day or when you sent me the video. I can't remember. And then from there, it just took off. Matter of days. Yes, OLN, guns, grub, ground. Exactly. Curtis Davis, Melody Bonita, Hector Bank coming soon. Exactly. It's going down. 4Gs, gold, grub, ground, and guns. There we go. That is right about the trust, and you can even do it with insurance. Okay, so Wilson Koo is saying James Way is correct. All right, there's your insurance plays, and there's a trust play here. for the crypto. So let me see if I can pull up Janeway again. Let's see if I can get James Way. I want to pull this up again because this could help people. Well, I can't find it. Oh, here we go. Have the crypto in name of trust account. Borrow on it, no tax event. Okay. So what I want to know is when you say have crypto in trust account, how do we do that? Because you can't send your trust account crypto. So what I mean by that is I have my trust account, I have to sign up with some entity. So whether it's Coinbase, KuCoin, Gate.io, or whoever else, crypto.com, they're going to have to allow my business or my trust, because it's an EIN, trust sign up. And are you saying, well, let me know how that works if anybody knows? Because that would be very powerful. Not too late to get in. Joshua Felder. Yeah. As far as Hector DAO goes, I still think they have room to run. What they're doing is innovation, and the Hector Bank people, that I don't know what's going to happen with the Hector Bank. Again, I'm a little not upset, but I'm just doubting that they're going to be able to pull this off for a long-term play, because I think there's going to be regulation on this bank idea. But can you imagine if there isn't? That means their wrap tech could be a lending or borrowing tool that's earning rewards every 8 hours directly from the bank. And now you don't have to go anywhere. Because right now you have to stake on these farms, liquidity pools, doing all this other crap. Imagine if it's all in-house. And that also brings up some other opportunities, because now there's going to be borrowing and lending opportunities where the bank doesn't even have to do it much. They're just going to take themselves out of the middleman. You can be the lender, or earn your 7 or 8% for whatever you want to do, or 10 or 20, whatever you want to charge. I think this could be big. Very, very big. So we're going to find out shortly. Wilson Koo signed off, said, right. Thank you so much for the reminder, Joshua Felder. I saw that. Melody Bonita, the Solana moment is coming to Heck. Stay tuned. Yeah, I agree with that. I keep hearing rumors that Heck and Strong, yes, they're talking. They are both separate entities, but I can already imagine what is being said. Think of it this way. You guys are business people. If Heck and Strong merge, what do you think is going to happen? Both of them earn rewards daily, right? Just keep that in mind. Heck, every 8 hours. Strong, once a day. So you guys can already start thinking in your heads what could happen. And Strong is actually staked also in its own right. So now you change it into a treasury situation. Now you start saying you get rebases every 8 hours. Whew, it starts going off the charts. Thank you so much, Wilson Koo. I didn't think about insurance. Me neither, Melanie Bonita. When you do it with the real estate properties, it's the same thing. Make the crypto an asset in the trust. It becomes an instrument of investment. I agree with that. But how do we make that happen? That's all I don't get, because crypto is not a tangible item that we can do anything with. So that means it's being held how? Because are we talking about it's being held in the trust name? I want to know what exchange, where are they allowing it? I know at Celsius Network, you can have a company or a trust with them. I'm, probably with Fidelity or Schwab, but, I want to know where exactly. Break it down if anybody knows. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 3 hours, 20 minutes in. We're going to have to wrap this up. It's getting long on the Monday night. Hopefully, you guys liked what was heard tonight at Melanie B. The wealthy already do that in insurance, and then they leverage it for investment. Right. He's very right about that. And that's why the rich get richer, because you're able to leverage insurance. You have a high number on that. You're able to leverage your trust, all these things which require no credit score or nothing. It's incredible. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any further questions, please let me know. I'm going to play one more little video, I guess, just in case we have some new people here. Let me see, which one should I go with? Okay, Super Bowl coming up. So we'll go with number 2. All right, and we're going to wrap this up. If anybody has any further questions or want to ask anything, which is questions, or talk about any subject matter, let me know, because we're going to wrap this up. If you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel. Check out the latest series. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3 have been dropped about crypto. If you think crypto's a scam using the DAOs, check out a video I dropped 3 days ago. That's Part 1. Siam Kid talks about the reasons why it could be a Ponzi scheme or a scam, and the reason why it may not be. So think about some of the things that he's talking about. And number 1 and most important is, like I said, it's backed. They have a treasury. So that means their coins are actually backed by something. That's pretty major. All right, here we go. Come on. Who's next? SoCal, SoFi Stadium, 2022. Although I don't know what's going to be happening up down in SoCal because, we don't know with COVID, and it's only 2 months away. All right, let's see what we're going to end this with. Any further questions? Let's go. Melanie B. Let me get more info for you about the trust. Thank you so much. Send that to me. James Wade. Thanks, y'all. John Ruck. I am usually here listening at work. No, always talking. Plus the members' days too, but I love it here. Thank you so much, John Ruck. I appreciate that, and nice seeing you once again. They are non-tax trusts out there. Get an irrevocable foreign trust based in, say, DR. Now, James Wade, you're talking to me. Now you're talking to me, because over there, no restrictions, so we can do anything. You should be able to use, say, a non-U.S. based company like maybe Kraken, all non-U.S. based. The info I sent you. James Wade, thank you so much. Sent that information, opened up a weird page, so I didn't want to go too far. So thank you. I'll check it out again. But yes, I like that maneuver much better, James Way. Out of U.S. jurisdiction, that is the preferred play. Don't have a problem logging into these places from around the world, just in the U.S., where all of a sudden they want a USA-facing websites. Thank you so much, Melanie Bonita. That's it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap this up tonight, and I want to thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here, and that's why we have to talk about several ways to increase money in your pocket. And unfortunately, in this era, it's going to take a risk in order to get some exponential money in your pocket. Low risk, low rewards. A little higher risk, a little higher rewards. That's just basically how it works. No way around it. So stay tuned. We always have something new. And with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.